Very good evening, guys. Hope everyone is doing great. Can you guys hear and see me? Thanks, Ananjan. Very good evening, guys. So we'll wait for some moment and then we'll start our session. So connection part, Niranjan, we will see later. But today we will start looking into the queries that how we can interact, how we can fetch data from database, or how can we create tables, how can we do some of the operations which are needed. So today we will just fully spend our time on SQL queries. Okay, and the connection and all other parts we will see later. SQL workbench will work if you are able to create new database tables there, do some operations, then it will work. Otherwise, if you guys are able to access PHP the instance which we have created in last class or before that as well. But yeah, today actually I talked to reliable team also. If they have any SQL instance where people can showcase queries or result. So they told me to look for some online editor. And all online editor has some restrictions. They are not able to run our queries. So still, I'm going to show you guys with the PHP My Admin. I know that's slow, but let's see how will we work with that. If somebody has already in their local environment, then I think all these queries which we are going to run, those all will run fast. But there is some system restriction. I was not able to install it in my local environment. So today I will just show you guys uh, in the PHP My Admin instance only. It will take some time, but meanwhile, we will just understand the query while that query is running. Okay, so that's how we will do. So yeah, one more thing, it's for everyone that the SQL and MySQL both are mostly similar, but they have given some of the things according to their own ways. Like somewhere you will find for data type part, or somewhere writing things, like somewhere assigning things, those things little bit difference in the SQL and the MySQL. But otherwise, which you can easily find out in the internet, everywhere you can just easily find out. Like if in the MySQL you find it out that date time is working. What is the similar in the MySQL? So they will tell you time stamp is there, or default you want to, like, for the same date, if you want to provide some default values. So in MySQL it's a now, but in the SQL it's a in the SQL it's a now. In MySQL it's a current time stamp. So these are very small differences. Sure, Joseph, which we had between SQL and MySQL. So it's not like you have to remember what are the differences or anything like that. You can easily find out in Google. Okay. Okay, so now I think everyone is here. So let's start our session. Okay, so 1 minute, guys. Let me upload the previous slide also. 1 minute. I haven't uploaded the previous one. So it was 23, right? Yeah. 1 minute. Okay, it's something else. 1 minute, guys. Okay, so I have uploaded something else. 1 minute. Yeah, uploaded it now. Okay. Yes. I hope you guys are able to see the reliable screen. Right now, I'm just showing the MySQL queries. Okay, great. So that was the last topic where we stopped, and I told you that in the next class we will start from here only in the MySQL query. Okay, so so you can see down the it's me only who's not getting the audio. Is it happening with everyone? Fine. Okay. So Vishal, yes, it's you only. So just refresh your browser. Okay. So yeah. So in the last class, when we stopped, so we were discussing about the MySQL database, and then I told you, like, in this database, if we have stored our data, then there are some of the, for interaction with database, we need some language, we need some queries to run with the help to interact with database. Okay. So now there are five type of SQL queries which they have separated according to different use cases and how we can interact with database. So first one is DDL, which is data definition language. What is that? Data definition language. Okay. So data definition language, here we just simply data definition. So we are going to define that how our data is going to store in our databases. We are going to define that how our data is going to store in our database. So how can we define? We need to define the structure. And I told you in the SQL, every time whenever we are going to store our data, that data is going to store in tables format. So we are going to create the table here, and in the table we are going to tell that what are the columns we needed in that table, what is the type of those columns, because in some columns you might be storing some string data, in some column you might be storing integer data, in some column you might be storing some binary data, in some columns you might be storing some date formats. So that's why all those things we mostly do in this type of languages, like this type of language, data definition language. So once you have created your table, now somehow you want to add new column, or you want to update some column name, or you want to delete the data, or you want to drop the whole table. So all those things regarding table, like some, if somebody asks you about you have to do something in the table, not inside the data, only on the table. So you will say that we are going to use the data definition languages. We are going to use the data definition languages. And in data definition language, there are some queries which only runs on the table side. Okay, guys, are we good with the data definition? We will see all these queries one by one, but first understand the language part. Okay, so that's all we do it here. What we do in the data definition language? We create table, we alter the table, we drop the table. Alter mean updating the table. Alter mean updating the table. Okay, और अल्टर में some more things can come, like अल्टर में अपडेट हो गया टेबल, अपडेट में हम क्या क्या करेंगे, अपडेट में we might be going to add some new columns, we might be going to update some column, or we might be going to delete some column in the table. So that's all we do in the alter. Okay, then we have truncate and drop. So there is one difference which you guys need to know about the difference between drop and truncate. When we run the truncate query on table, all the data which we had that got truncated. Truncated means deleted. But when we run the same query with the drop table, then whole table got deleted. There is difference between that table deleted and data deleted. Data deleted mean कि अब टेबल पूरी खाली हो गई है, अब नाउ यू कैन इंसर्ट सम न्यू डेटा. बट ड्रॉप टेबल मतलब अब टेबल ही चली गई है, अब तुम्हें नया एक टेबल क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा अगर सेम टेबल चाहिए. दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन गाइस ड्रॉप एंड टेबल. ड्रॉप मीन्स होल टेबल गॉन and truncate mean whole data gone. Okay guys, so that's the difference between, people generally ask in interviews the difference between drop and truncate. So that's why I was trying to tell you. Okay, so yeah, in the data definition language we only play with the tables. Okay, now there is another type which called data manipulation language. In data definition language we were playing with table, but in the data manipulation language we play with data. So once the table is created, now you have the table name employee. That table has 4 columns. Now what you want to do next? You want to insert some data into that table. So the insertion query comes here in the data manipulation language. Updation query is there. Now this updation will happen with data, not in the table names or nothing in the table. Now this updation happen on the table data. So update will happen there. Delete, this delete also work. Now this delete will delete some specific row, like whatever condition you will provide based on that. So this delete will work. So delete work on the data, the data which exists in the table. Okay, and update and insert also work in the same way. Okay, that's these type of queries. When we play with data, we say that these type of language is called data manipulation language. Data definition language generally called when we play with the table. Data manipulation language when we play with the data. Okay. Sir, what about delete table? The first one on left. First, so that one also delete the table. The data, it will delete the data. It will not drop the table. It will just simply delete it. This delete and truncate will work in the same way. This delete table and truncate will work in the same way. If you're not providing any where condition, so it will fully delete the data, because you need to provide the where condition. Example are very simple. See, truncate, as I like earlier, I will show you, by the way, while we were working on the query part after this thing. So truncate table name and delete table name both work in the same way. If you're not, but delete has one additional feature for you. Delete has one additional feature for you where you can apply where condition, which could delete a specific row for you. Okay, guys. DML works only with the data inside a table. DDL work with the structure of table data, how data will be stored. Yes, Satish. That's right. That's right. That's how the DML and DDL work. It's just for your understanding, DDL or DML. But mostly people ask about the queries. They in the interviews or in the projects also, when we write things, we should be aware of the queries. That's what we will see in the later. Yeah. Then is the data query language, which is the most used language which we can say, because every time once the data is stored, we have inserted some data, updated. Now we want to fetch this data. So simple select asterisk. Whenever we are selecting anything, it's all we are doing some query and getting data. So a lot of things come under the select asterisk. Like sometime you like some want some specific data. Sometimes you want grouped data. We'll see all these scenarios. So, but you just need to remember data query language when we want to fetch some data from there, and the syntax start from select only. Select asterisk from table name. Is asterisk mean all the columns? Like table name is employee, and employee has 4 columns. If you're providing select asterisk, it will select all the columns. Otherwise, you remove the asterisk and provide the columns name. Yes, all the data in table. Yes. Yes, only one query, because see, fetching data always happen with select. So that's why. But there are very different type of, you can do lot of things with the select asterisk. So we will see this. Lot of things. Like At the end, select is the only one who like we can say that select is the only one who has been used lot of time, because at the end once we inserted data in tables, now we want to only fetch the data. So fetching always happen with select. We write lot of things behind the select asterisk from table. After that, lot of things will happen. So that's why they have given with select only. So that's the data query language. Okay. So next is data control language. These type of queries mostly administrator runs. Whoever is a database administrator, they run these type of queries like grant and revoke. Only the two queries come into this: grant and revoke. So in grant, we provide, like somebody was asking right yesterday or before that, how can we stop some users to run some specific queries? So that's what here grant privilege name. So in privilege name, there are some methods comes like select, delete, update, insert. These type of privilege names comes. So grant select on object. Object means our table name. Object means our table names to somebody. To like I am the user. My username is Arpit as like in this case we have the username right in the PHP admin. In the similar way, so data yes Manoj, I will explain. So in the similar way, in the two after two we will write the username or email ID. So देखिए डेटा कंट्रोल लैंग्वेज जो है वो डेटा एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर होते हैं वो इन दोनों कमांड्स का यूज ज्यादा करते हैं, क्योंकि एज ए डेवलपर हम लोगों को ग्रांट और रिवोक की हमें नहीं परमिशन होती है। ठीक है, ग्रांट और रिवोक हमेशा जो डेटा एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर होते हैं वो करते हैं। हम एज ए डेवलपर हम मोस्टली काम करते हैं डीडीएल के साथ और डीएमएल के साथ और डीक्यूएल, ओनली थ्री लैंग्वेजेस। डीडीएल जो पहली वाली थी वेयर वी आर क्रिएटिंग द डेटाबेस, वेयर वी आर क्रिएटिंग द टेबल्स। सेकंड मैनिपुलेशन वेयर वी आर अपडेटिंग द डेटा एंड inserting, and the third one is DQL. After that whatever is coming that's advanced level like this one data control language. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि हम किसी यूजर्स को रोल ग्रांट कर रहे हैं या परमिशन ग्रांट कर रहे हैं राइट, कि ये पर्टिकुलर यूजर ओनली अपडेट कर सकता है या फिर ये पर्टिकुलर यूजर इस पर्टिकुलर टेबल पे सिर्फ ये काम कर सकता है। तो वही लिखा है देखो ग्रांट प्रिविलेज नेम में आता है आप कौन सा ऑपरेशन अलाउ करना चाहते हैं, सिलेक्ट करना चाहते हैं या अपडेट करना चाहते हैं। तो ग्रांट अपडेट ऑन ऑब्जेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट मीन आप कौन से टेबल पे करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि एक डेटाबेस में मल्टीपल टेबल्स हो सकती है। सो वी विल डू विद we will write the name here table and to whom to whom. And same goes with revoke. If so you are like after some time you want to revoke the same access for that user, so that's what you can do with the revoke same query. So like you guys just need to know. I am sure you guys no need to run these queries. It's mostly administrative task. Okay. Manipulations done by users, manipulation done by developers. Yes, so as we are developers, we will mostly write the developers. Grant mean access, yes, grant mean provide the access. Revoke mean revoke the access. Revoke mean like access छीन लो. Revoke mean in Hindi revoke means छीनना और हटाना. So that's what grant mean देना, grant mean provide करना. Okay. And the last one is transaction control language. So these particular two things, rollback and commit, these mostly these type of two commands mostly used in the transactions. So like in the banking, mostly in the banking, because in the banking we do the transactions, or when we do the transactions, so there are some properties one transaction follow that like in these some of the properties these transaction follows. So that's why these two commands has been given specifically only for the transactions. So what is transaction? So transactions are when we are running multiple queries in one group, when we are running multiple queries in one group and we want to run them all at once. Correct. So just understand, like you have user A is sending money to user B. Correct. This is one transaction has to happen. Okay. So user and user has to only transact 20 rupees. Okay. User A has to send 20 rupees to user B. Okay. So now what are the queries you will run in the database? So first query, check the user data, check the user A amount, how much he has right now. So this is the first query, which will be select query. Select amount from this user. ये हमारी पहली क्वेरी होगी। सेकंड, ठीक, सेकंड क्या करेगी, अपडेट दिस अपडेट। अब हमें क्या करना है, पहले वाले से 20 रुपए कम करना है, करेक्ट, हमें क्योंकि 20 रुपीज ट्रांसफर करना है। तो फर्स्ट क्वेरी होगी हमारी कि भाई आप अमाउंट चेक करो पहले वाले का, कि भाई उतना है 20 रुपए उसके पास, नहीं। So first query will be that, and second query what, if 20 rupees, if he has 20 rupees, if user A has 20 rupees, so now we have to subtract 20 rupees from his current amount and then update it. So that will be second query, correct? And what will be the third query? Now check what is the current amount of user B. You will check that part, and then what you will do, then you will say update the amount, update plus 20 rupees in the user B. Now you can say 4 queries are running, and these all 4 queries has to run in only one run, in one flow. So that's what we say that transaction. Okay, so that's what we say that transactions. And once this all 4 queries completes, then we write the commit. So it means now all the operations has happened. Now you can commit this query, and now this data will not be changed. So commit means, in real words, in the technical or real word, commit means now like जो भी हमने 4 queries करी हैं, whatever 4 queries we are running, these all are running in primary memories. Now when we are writing commit, it means now all those queries will save in the hard disk. इसके बाद कुछ भी उसमें चेंज नहीं हो सकता. So that's what the commit means. And rollback means, अब जैसे 3 क्वेरी रन हो चुकी हैं, बट चौथे में कुछ गलती हो गई, तो क्या होगा कि रोल बैक हो जाएंगे, सारे के सारे प्रोसेस रोल बैक हो जाएंगे. जितने भी हमने 3 क्वेरीज पहले रन करी ना, सारे के सारे हो जाएंगे. इसीलिए that's why when we are transaction, whenever we are like taking some money from the ATM, and if somehow like you didn't get money, but you got sometimes it happens, right? You didn't get money out of ATM machine, but you got the message that this transaction has happened, correct? So that's not right. That's not the voice getting stuck. Is it happening with all the people, guys? Okay. So Aradhya, you just need to refresh the browser. So yeah. So what happened in that scenario? When you got the message, but you didn't get the money from the ATM machine, so that's why automatically rollback happens. Automatically rollbacks happen, and then you, whatever the debited amount has been happened from your account, all will be credited. So that's why that's why we have the rollback and commit in the transaction control language. But these are these queries have very specific use cases where we want 4 or 5 queries to run in one flow, and then there are chances to like errors. So these are only based on the use case. So but SQL has provided to us the way you can write things, and most of the banking applications are using rollback and commit. Okay, guys. So these are 5 type of queries which we had. Today we are going to see only 3 type of queries here. The first one, DDL, DML, and DQL. Guys, DDL and DML has very like fixed structure. Very fixed structure means like once you have tried to create 4 or 5 tables, then you will see that every time the creation of table, insertion, updation, deletion, all are very similar. But the complexity, or I would say complexity or fun start in the DQL only. So that's why today the examples which we had for our queries, those are mostly in the DQL. In the starting 2 problems only for DDL and DML, and after that whatever we are going to see, everything is going to happen on the DQL. Because data fetch करना ही एक ट्रिक है, डेटा फेच करना ही डेटाबेस से एक ट्रिक है और फन है. डेटा को इंसर्ट कराना, उसको अपडेट करना, डिलीट करना, इट्स नॉट दैट मच फन. So that's why, guys, the DQL part will be very interesting, and that's what we are going to start. Let's see meanwhile the questions of you guys. Can you explain rollback again? Okay. So Aradhya, see, first you understand why, what is the transaction. So I have given you one example of, if somebody, user A wants to do one transaction, I want to transfer money to user B, and that money is 20 rupees, correct? So for completing this process, we need to follow 4 queries in a database. Okay. So now when we are saying we are going to run 4 queries in one turn, that's called transaction. Okay. That one transaction is going to run. Okay. Now in some scenarios, somehow after third query, fourth query got failed, or somehow the second, like any one of the query got failed in the middle. So at that time, whatever query we have already ran, like first query and second query which we already ran, now we need to all roll back them. Roll back mean go to the starting point. That's the real meaning of rollback, mean go to the starting point. So that's what SQL has provided us, the way that if you have already run 4 5 queries and somehow 6 queries failed, which are dependent query, so now you can easily roll back them. So that's what we do with the help of rollback. And commit is the opposite of rollback. Once we have completed the 5 queries, now if we are writing commit, so all those 5 queries which we have run, now they will the whatever things happen on that, or whatever data we have updated or deleted, those all will be written to hard disk. Like after commit, if commit is running successfully, it means everything has been updated in our database. Now everything is correct. Everything has updated successfully in the database. Okay. Okay. So sir, commit is run only when all the previous step happened successfully. And if anyone is unsuccessful, rollback happen. Yes. If anyone is unsuccessful, we will roll back it. Example, if bonus is declared to a company, bonus query is fired, if database crash, then all the data is rolled back, either all records will be updated or none. Yes, none should be updated. Yes, that's what the SQL does. I missed yesterday class. That important for today class? No, 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 nothing. In the study class, we just cleared some of the doubts. Like it, roll back mean we have to do. Yes, we got the error, so we have to do it again. Sir, explain DDL, truncate and delete table part. Sure, sure, Niranjan. So, truncate is once you run the truncate query, everything will be cleared from your database. And delete from table, that's also do the same thing, but delete provide you one more feature where you can write delete from table, where now you can delete the specific row also, but truncate doesn't provide you the specific row things. That's only difference, I think, valid to understand the truncate and delete. So once commit happened, rollback is not an option later. Yes. So now why would we need rollback? If everything is good, we do not need rollback. We need now for doing the rollback. Actually, if in the commit part, we need to run another transaction. Like you can see, I have already transferred 20 rupees. So now this transaction has happened. अब अगर मुझे वो 20 रुपए वापस चाहिए, so now I need to run another transaction from user B to user A. So that's how it works. Please repeat DQL. Yeah, DQL is when we are going to fetch data from the database. So that time we run the DQL, data query language. So like we have inserted data, we have updated data, we have deleted data. Now we want to fetch data from the database. So that's what there we use the data query language. Atish is saying about the acid property. Yes. So SQL follows the acid properties at atomicity and consistency, isolation, and durability. Yes. That's all comes in the acid property. If one transaction is running, it has to complete fully or none. Like something has to happen fully, or if somewhere it's failing, it has to come back to the starting point. All these points come here only in the acid properties. So what is this? I can't understand a thing. About what, Deepak? MySQL is a part of SQL. No. MySQL and SQL both are separate. I would say, because MySQL has different type of clients, which called MySQL client, and SQL has SQL Server. So both are different, and the query part is so how similar, but there are still some differences. They both follow the relational database structure. Delete specifies from where to delete. That's user choice. Yes, but truncate does not. Yes, yes. Is there any alternative rollback? Alternative for rollback? Uh, I didn't like. What is the need? What is the need for that? If already we have done the rollback, I didn't understand the full question, or I might give answer you later, Joseph, on this. Yeah, truncate table, but delete where condition applies. Yes, delete only no. Delete from table you can also do. So it will delete the whole data as well. If you're not applying the condition, it will delete the whole data as well. But you have the additional thing where you can apply the condition as well. So Deepak is saying, what are we going to learn today? So Deepak, yes, like if you have already taken the before doubt class when we had the Saturday, so you remember that we have started understanding the data part, correct? On that day we have discussed about how we are going to store our data, right? And once we are storing our data, we discuss about the systems where we are going to store our data, right? We started with file system, then we discussed some problem of file system, then we move into the database management system, correct? And in database management system, I told you about the relational database. Like in the relational database, we mostly create the tables where we are going to store our data. So that's what we discussed in last class, correct? Today, what we are trying to do? Today, we are trying to understand once we have our data, relational database, now how can we create the tables? How can we update the data in that table? How can we delete the data from that table? That part we are discussing today. ओके दीपक सो हमें कैसे डेटा को स्टोर कराना है क्योंकि अभी तक हमने क्योंकि इट्स एसेंशियल पार्ट बिकॉज वी हैव द फ्रंट एंड जहां हम वेबसाइट बनाते हैं करेक्ट देन वी हैव सॉरी गाइस फॉर दिस देन वी हैव आवर सर्वर where we are going to run our logic, and third part is the database part where we are going to store our data, correct? So today or in the next classes we are going to discuss about that only, Deepak. Okay. So Joseph is trying to, instead of going back to first point, whole thing again. Yes, actually, that's what the transaction does. That's what the SQL has said, that you need to follow the ACID property. You have to go to the first only and then re-trigger it. So there are ways to re-trigger it. Are we going to learn a NoSQL also? No, actually, we are not sure. I'm not sure about the learning about the NoSQL because the project which we are going to do, we are going to start with SQL. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Then we can start our query part. Because first, let's clear everything. Let's keep our mind in this way that we are going to learn today how can we create the tables, how we are going to insert some data. After data is insertion, now how can we update the data, how we can delete the data. Then we are going to learn how we can fetch the data. Okay, that's what we are going to learn today. Are we good with that, guys? How do we connect the database with Node.js? That's what we will see in the next classes, Ankit. First, understand how interact with database. Then we will see how connect with database. Okay. First, understand how to interact. Okay. Okay. So let's open the slides for today's class. And I would like that if you guys can also uh, like open the editor, whatever editor you guys has. So you can parallelly run query with me. Okay. Okay, guys. So our first problem statement. No, not VS editor. I was talking about the SQL editor. Like if you guys already have the PHP my admin, yesterday or before yesterday, I told you, right? The editor for running the queries. If you guys are seeing my screen, so this type of editor I was talking about. I have already ran the query, but because this PHP, okay, I did mistake here. I should not be doing this. Sit. Okay, because this PHP my admin is so slow, I was not trying to do anything here. But yeah, let's see. Okay, okay, that's fine. See, anything you can use. I am going to use the PHP my admin where I'm going to run the queries, and I have already shared the way how can we go there. But if you guys have installed anything other on your system, we are good. No, Postman is for APIs. Suraj, Postman is for APIs where we interact with server. Here we are going to interact with database. So we need database first, where we can create some tables. I think you guys have missed the previous doubt session or Saturday session. There we have told, right, we are going to discuss the for PHP. Okay, let me download that. See, that will take a little bit time. So do one thing. You guys just go for any online SQL editor. You can write MySQL editor online. I was trying here, but I was facing some problem. But yeah, for right now, you guys can go here and like click on this random one. He is trying to create some new workspace for me. Let's see. And here you can run the queries, right? Yeah, like this. They already have mysql.user. So you can just simply click and run it here. If they have anything data, yeah, you can see they have the data here. Good. So yeah, this editor. Let us start with this editor, guys. Sure, Nisham. I'm just sharing it. Whoever does not have the PHP admin instance, they can go with this editor as well. We will try to run small queries. You guys can try it here, okay? And in meanwhile, you guys can tell me about the issues you are facing. Okay. Okay. So first, let's understand our first problem. Okay. So our first problem is here. That is going to be I have logged into PHP SQL. Okay. So you can go to the SQL. There is one SQL tab, right? I've showed you. You can directly go there. Okay, Nilanjan? Okay, so yeah, so come. So this is our first problem, and this is the see. One more thing, I again want to repeat with you guys that the DDL and DML, this part is very fixed. Once you understand the syntax, next time, every time you have to write the same syntax again and again. So that's why we will not spend more time on that. We will only see two queries, two problems on that. So this is the first problem, and then there is a second problem on DML, and after that all the problems are going to be on the DQL, okay, data query language. Okay, so let's first start with this problem, and we will see everything here in this table only. So the first thing is create a database e-commerce. We have to create one database e-commerce and then create a table users. Okay, we need to create a table user here, and we need to create the product and order, these two other tables. This is the requirement which you will get from your client. Like whatever client you are working, you will get these requirement from them. Okay, that you need they need for one e-commerce website, they need three things. Like they need one user table where they can store all the user information. Okay, then they need the product table where they can store all the product information. Correct. Then they need the order table where they are going to mention like which user has ordered what products. So these type of information which we want to store in our table. Okay. So now for the user table, we are going to contain only, I think we can say for the user table, these are the tables which we are going to have: ID, name, category, price. It doesn't look like a user table. It looks like product table. 1 minute, guys. Oh, yes. That was not the user table, guys. See, the category and price, these are things for product. So this is not the user table. So this is the product table where we are going to store the information for product name, product category, like we can say category could be electronics or clothes. These could be categories, and the price for that product. Okay, so these are the three columns which we will have the information about any product. And then we are creating two separate column, which like two additional column, ID and created at. So ID is just for uniquely identifying elements, because in the product tables, so like we want to uniquely identify each products. So that's why we are just keeping the ID column there. Okay, so these are created at just for timing purpose, like at what time this product has been created. So that's why we are keeping the created at column. Okay. So now you can see the ID. We are saying that the value of the data which we are going to store in this column, that will be integer type. So in MySQL, we say big int or int also. So that's what there are different data types which we has based on our size, because big int has little bit extra size. Int could have little bit less bytes. So that's why we have these different types of data type in integers also. Okay. For string, we use a varchar. So we are saying that name, category, these two columns is going to have some string data. So in SQL, we say them as a varchar. Okay. See, these guys, DDL, you just need to remember once. Every time you will do the same thing. अभी you have to just remember कि हमें जब भी कोई string data किसी column में store कराना है, हमें varchar use करना है. Okay. हमें जब कभी integer data store कराना है किसी column में, हमें उसका data type big int देना है या फिर int देना है. Okay. And then 255 is size. 255 is size, like bit size, which we are going to keep. It could be less also, 80 also. It starts from 0 to 255. Like 0 will not be the perfect word, but yeah, it starts from 1 to 255. So one letter we can have, or 255 and 255 letters long string we can have. Okay, so date time is for date, correct? So can we start with little small question? It seems somewhat difficult. Can we start little small questions? Yeah, that's what the question we are doing here. So we got one question, right? And that question is, we want to create the product table. We want to create some table where we want to store our information. Okay, Nishan? And that it's like client has come to you and told you that they want to store some information or some data. Okay. And their website is e-commerce. Okay. In e-commerce website, they told that we are going to store some user, we are going to store some products, we are going to store some orders information. Okay. So now what you will do, you are using the relational database. So हमारे पास सबसे पहला option क्या है? You will create the tables. Okay. So now while creating the tables, now what you will do, you have to create some columns there, right? So first you have to provide some columns. So now you are deciding what are the columns which tables is going to have. So अब हमने देखा कि भाई प्रोडक्ट के इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए हमने हमने सिर्फ 3 कॉलम स्पेसिफिकली रखे हैं. नेम, जहां पे प्रोडक्ट का नेम आएगा, कैटेगरी, उसकी कैटेगरी क्या होगी, और देन प्राइस. ओके. एंड देन द फोर्थ, एंड नाउ जब हमने ये कॉलम डिसाइड कर ली, हमने डिसाइड किया कि इसमें किस तरीके का डेटा जाएगा. सो फॉर दैट व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी हैव डिसाइडेड द डेटा टाइप फॉर देम, like the name will be string, so that will be varchar, and then we have to provide some size for that. So 255 is the size there, and category, that will also is string, could be varchar. Then the price is going to be integer or float. It could be float also, like if you will the point, so it could be float. That data type you have provided. After that, you have taken some constraint. This is the good thing which MySQL or SQL provided. This is the constraint part, which file system does not provide it. I told you, right? In file system, any type of data you can do. There is no constraint. But here, see, you just need to tell that these columns should not be not null. It means there we cannot store any null type of data in this table. Otherwise, it will throw the error. So constraint means some of the things which you want to restrict, or like you want that column to follow. You want that column to follow. So that's what the constraint is. So see, if you see the last column created at, this is what is the constraint we have? Default now. So if somebody is not entering any data, by default, some data have to fill. So that's why we're giving default now. Now mean put the current date. That's what the SQL does. Right now, it will be looking like little bit problem for you. Right now, it will be looking like little bit problem to you understand. But guys, believe me, these things, once you will do practice, automatically you will be remember these things. Okay. So that's what about the product table. And you can see in the ID, I have given auto increment and not null and primary key. So primary key is in the tables where we say that this column is going to be unique. This column is going to be unique. Okay. And this column, like an auto increment means automatically whenever new row is inserted, you have to update the value. I will show you when this will happen. Okay. Let's create this table only first. Let's create this table first. So like might be you guys have any questions, so that we will see it. Okay. So the syntax for creating this table in SQL is like this. Yeah, like this. See that if this is the user table, let me take that product table. Yeah. Is it not copying? What is happening? 1 minute, guys. I have already pasted this out somewhere here. So we will quickly copy it from here. We will go to the SQL part. I already have all the tables, so I will just change the name to product demo, product underscore demo. Okay. So you can see here. Let me see first. Is that? Oh, okay. It's not share. Wait. I was not sharing my screen. Wait, guys. Can you guys see my screen now? Great. So yeah, what I did, I went to the SQL part and I just simply put this information here. Okay. So now we can see some errors are coming. Unrecognized data type. So this type of error only could be happen because of SQL and MySQL differences. I remember date time will not work here, time stamp work here, and instead of default we need to do current time stamp. What is the error here? Not null. It should work. Hmm. Why this? Okay. Okay, so let's see first understand, then we will see about the error. Okay, so now you can see this is the structure we follow while creating our tables. Okay, so you can see I want to create the products demo table. That's the name I've given. So you have to write create table products demo. Correct. Then we have this structure where we have to keep all of our columns in this braces. Okay. Now first column name I have given ID. This could be product ID also, but I'm just giving the ID name here. And then I'm telling the type. Then these are some of the constraint. Correct. Let's see. Take the int only, which is okay. Now it's good. Now it's not shouting on us. Okay. Now the second column is product name, where we are just giving the name here, and it's saying it's not able to identify varchar 255. I'm not sure why. See, it's able to identify it here. It's not able to identify here. Huh, very weird. Okay, so varchar is there. I told you for string, wherever on the column, whatever the string information which we are going to store, we are going to keep the varchar. Okay, let me run this query, and I want you guys also to run. Let me paste it in the chat. I want you guys to run also this query. Run it in anywhere, like whatever the editor you have, or okay, so unrecognized data type. See, okay, let me rewrite these things. They are saying it is okay. Let's see. Name, varchar 255 and not null. See, this time it is not shouting at us. I'm not sure. Is it still shouting at us or what? Let me run it. Okay, I want you guys to also run this. Yes, click on go. Okay, select the database. But no, actually, okay, if that is the case, you will select it after this run. See, that's why, see how slow it is working right now, PHP admin. That's why I was asking the relevant team to provide me one good instance where I can run all these queries. Let me run it here also. Okay, it's still failing. So if somebody was saying to use database SQL 6508195. So in this way, I'm just telling to my query, oh, okay, 0 is also there. This is wrong. But next. Like, is it? Does it work for anyone? Okay, for you also it is failing, right? Oh, is it any error here? Okay, let me check the query, guys. Are we running the wrong query or what? So this is the query, right? ID begin. Okay, primary key is there. Yeah, we are running good. Yeah, in this SQL editor, you can run. Wait, guys, let me select the database from here and then run the SQL. Correct? Then it will not be. Let me take this query also from here. Okay, now let's open the SQL. Correct? Now we have selected the database. Now, yeah, you can see in the top we have selected database. And now let me run it. So now you can see, right, guys, what I did. I just selected the database here on the right left side, and then I just click on the SQL part. I'm not sure is it still why giving me error. Name varchar is the problem. Huh? Very weird. Let me see. Name varchar. Okay, they don't have varchar or what? In morning I run the same query and it works. See this one. We have the product table here. Let me see what type it has. In meanwhile, try to run it here, guys. In this, let me run this query here. Let me see if I'm getting any error here also or not. Name varchar not null error. Oh, this is also giving error. Oh, it's weird. Okay. Is it the name of? Let me see the product name. How does that look? Okay, let's see. Oh, it's still giving product name. Okay. Does it work for you guys? Let me see. Okay, Deep want to say anything. Let me invite her. Yeah, Deep, please tell.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Deep.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Yeah, sir. I think it's problem for quotation. You need to give the quotation for the all the name of the table and the fields also.
Uh,
Single inverted comma or I think it's for the quotation.
is it you're talking about here?
Yeah, yeah,
Something like this?
yeah.
Okay, it's weird. I'm just seeing it first time. Let's see. See, it's still giving the error at
No,
this.
no, no. For all the fields,
No,
for
but it's.
the product demo things and ID category preview.
I don't think this could be the error, but let me try. This should not be because I have earlier worked on this, but it doesn't throw the error. But let me try. One minute, guys. If that is the case. No, actually, that's not the case.
Okay,
Uh,
it's giving the same error.
yes, it's giving the same error. Yeah, this query works in the morning, but why it's not working right now? It's weird. Okay, so let's check it again. Let's create it again. Rather than copy pasting it, let's run it. Let's write it again. So create table, right? Products. Let's take the products here. Let's create it. ID, int, not null, auto increment. Let's take the product or name, simply name. Varchar, give it the size 255, and let's run the not null. Let's see if this part works or not. Okay, let's remove this. Let's see. I have created my own query, small one. Let's see. Okay, so I think this time it works, right? Let's put the select here. Select asterisk from products. No database selected. Is it okay? Bye bye from here. Let's try it here in the PHP directly. Okay, let's try it here because we can visualize the query here properly. What about
Uh,
how
Sir, it's work for me. The same code you given me earlier.
it works for you
Yeah,
in the PHP admin?
yeah. In PHP management, it's in my local server. I
Yeah.
have installed it.
Oh, great. Actually, that's what I was saying. It should work, right? It works for me on the morning also, but yeah, it's right now it's just the online everything, so I'm not sure what happens. Let's see. I just ran a small. I just created small table. I think it will give error because I already has the product table. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, we will say incorrect table definition given only one auto column and it must be defined as a key. Oh, okay. So they are telling about the. Let's give it a first demo, and then they are talking about the primary primary key, which would be our ID, right? Right? Yeah, it would be our ID. Let's see this time. Product underscore demo. Let me know in the chat for whom this query has been run successfully. The query which I pasted there. Deep has saying for him is got successfully. I'm still trying for me. It's not working. But let's see this time. It works or not. See this much time it is taking. Very weird. Let me see in the chat, guys, for you. Getting auto increment error. What is the error exactly you are getting here, Anand? Is it like you're using SQL, that's why auto increment is not supported? Because in the MySQL, auto increment got supported. Just check you're using SQL editor or are you using the same coding rooms which I provided you, or like you are using the MySQL only? Yeah, for me now it works, guys. For me now this has been given me successfully. Okay, let's try the other columns as well, which we has here. Okay, in the product table. Let me provide the other table, other columns as well. You can see now it has for it has shown me green. So that's how I was showing. That's how we create the tables. We just write the create table, table name, then we start providing our columns name. Correct. So right now I have only provided two columns here. One is the ID and second one is the name. And then I am just telling the second field is the types. What type of value which we are going to store in that column. So in ID I was storing integer. For the name we are going to say this is the string part. Then some other constraint like not null, and here also not null. Here I'm saying auto increment. Like every time new row is coming, you just need to update the value of ID. Okay. So let's see. Let me add some more columns here. It's not working or what? It just got stuck for me. It's very weird, guys. Okay, let's see here why it was like what was the error we are getting here. Let me use any other editor which I was working in the morning. One minute, guys. I'm just choosing some other editor also. SQL editor online. Let's go into the program. Is Okay. Let's create the same query here also. Let's say this time also it says the same error or what. Let's select asterisk from products. If we got some nothing, then we are good. We got the error. So now we are saying error near auto increment, and it could be we are using some different editor. That's why. Okay, this is SQL one. Yeah, guys, I think for SQL it is showing the error. Go for MySQL editor. Okay, guys, I went for now MySQL, and now I'm trying here. Select asterisk from products. Okay, let's run it. Let's see. Program didn't output anything. So yeah, I think this works. Let's. Okay, guys. So here it is working. Let me insert anything. Insert into values. Let me try to insert something here, guys. Name could be TV. Category could also be electronics, and the price could be 40,000. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, you have an error. Select asterisk as a product from product. It is telling me error at the okay. Use mere TV. Why are we having insert and the oh okay, we didn't mention the table name here. Sorry guys. Insert into the products. Yeah. Oh, still we have error. Check the manual it concern for the right syntax to use. Select asterisk from product. Select asterisk from products. Oh, is it the curl? This is the error. Column count does not match value count at row 1. Oh, okay. I missed one thing, guys. Name is missing, right? I have to provide three things only, right? Name is the TV, category is the electronics, price is the 40,000. Yeah, I think we're good, right? Select asterisk from products. Okay, let's see. Okay, column count does not match value count at row 1. Okay, very weird error. Okay, let's see. There is their example, guys. We are not seeing our example. Let's see their example. They are creating one table here. Create table employee. Guys, are you able to see my screen? Because we are facing some problem with that. Let's see their example. Okay, guys, let's see this example. So see, we want to create the employee table. This employee is going to have three things: employee ID, name, and department. I told you, right? Everywhere create structure is same. We have to provide the create table name, and then whatever the column we are going to have. And these column can be random, whatever name you decide. And then we have to define the types. So see, in the MySQL, they also have text. Rather than varchar, we can have the text also. So text, not null. So that's what the DDL works. And now you can see we have the DML queries also, where we are trying to insert something, some data in this table. So insert into employee and then values, and these values are there. Correct? And then we are trying to select the data from here. Select asterisk from employee table where department is sales. So we can see there is two departments where we are going to keep the sales. So let me see if this runs. This is also failing. No, you can see both rows are coming now wherever the department is sales. So guys, let's try to understand this examples only, not the example which we had there for the DML for the DDL and DML. Okay. So let's okay guys. So are you guys seeing my screen? Is it the workbench is online or you have in or your local environment? Atis. Okay. So local actually I have some constraint. So that's why I'm not able to install the local guys. Okay. So guys, let's come back here. I think this example is properly working. So we will not waste our time to just create the query. So we'll just see this. We'll see this example only and try to understand how the creation and things are working. Okay. So first, this is the part where we are working DDL. Okay, we'll do everything, every DDL part here only. Okay, so let's see. This is the DDL where we have three column we want to create in our table: employee ID, name, and department. Okay, and then this is the DML part where we want to manipulate with data. Correct. So manipulation is right now we are just inserting data in the same table. So the syntax for insert is very simple. Insert into table name, values, and then we can provide the values here. And if you want to provide the multiple values, you just need to do comma here, and we can provide the multiple values also. Like you can see, 004, 004. Like I'm just trying to follow the same structure. That's why. And then we can say employee name is Arpit, and we can say my department is also sales. Okay. Okay, now when I have inserted the 4 rows in that table, and now I want to fetch those rows. So this is guys DQL. What is this? DQL, right? This is DQL. And now you can see I want to fetch all the users from the employee table where department is sales. So what I'm saying, select asterisk means all, select all from the table employee where department is sales. And if I run this query, you will see now my name is also coming as a 4th row. That's how the database queries works. These are the queries. Everyone, please keep attention, bring your attention to this line of mine, that these are the queries only we write in our servers. The Node.js server which we are going to create, we will write these queries there. And then these queries are Node.js runs in the database server, and then only with these queries we store data in our database. So that's why these queries are important. And guys, these are not difficult. If somebody is thinking like this is very difficult, I'm not able to understand, do not lose your patience. Just try to understand that you are owner of any website, and you want to store that website data. So now for that storing, we are using the relational database, and in relational database works on the structure of table and table structure, where we keep the columns and rows. So here we are creating the columns in table, and here we are creating the rows. Rows means we are inserting data in that table. And then once everything created and inserted, now we want to fetch that data. Correct? So for that we use DQL. Are we good guys with this example? Then we can move further. So can you give us 5 minutes? We can try this from our side as well. And then, yeah, you can directly hit this URL, guys. I think this, I haven't write it anything here. Automatically, everything is coming. So you can just write it. Just simply go there. Sir, no, we do not need Deepak to create MySQL server. Right now, all the databases and everything has been already created for you. You just need to install them. Once you will install MySQL from the internet, automatically MySQL server and storage will be created in your system. You just need to remember these queries, how to interact with database. You do not need to create database. Create database means you do not need to create the database server. You do not need to create the database storage. No, you just need to remember these queries. With these queries, we can interact with database. Okay, we have to remember all this. Aradhya is very like see, just got a little bit conscious when we say that we have to remember. See, Aradhya, we do not need to remember DML and DQL. They have always same structure. Create table, table name, then column. Insert into table name, values. They have same structure. For DQL, select asterisk. It also has same syntax, but we need to use some of our minds based on the scenario which we has. I will show you some scenarios through the problems. At that time, we need to create a lot of different type of select queries. So this syntax DQL, DML, and DDL, creation and insertion, those syntaxes are same. You do not need to remember anything. You will just do practice 2 or 3 times. Automatically, you will remember that. Okay. After the session, we should download the MySQL database. Yes, you can. Sir, step by step, create and explain. Sir, step by step, create and explain. Oh, okay. You want me to create that table? Sure. Let me go and create the table there. Okay. Sir, where belongs to which group? DML or DDL? It's a DQL only, not DML or DDL, because it's coming with select, right? So where it belongs to DQL? Need so much practice for this. Yes, practice is only the key. Definitely you need practice. You can again tell what is DDL, DML, and DQL. So DDL is Deepak when we try to create the tables. When we try to create the tables, that's the DDL. DML is when we want to insert some data in table or update the data, delete the data. That's the DML. DQL is when we want to fetch. When we data अब हमने टेबल क्रिएट कर ली, हमने उसमें डेटा डाल दिया, अब उसको फेच करना चाहते हैं. That's where we use the DQL. In class tech, syntax is wrong. That's why we are getting error. Yeah, it looks like to me also, Nilanjan. So let's create the same table. Let's create. I'm not sure how things will work here, but let's create that same table, the product table which we are trying to create there. Okay, let's create. So see, it's very simple syntax. Create table products. Okay, create table products. That's the table name. Now we will create the columns name. Okay, so our column was ID, and then we can say integer, as they have done the above integer. We have, because this ID is going to be integer, then we can say not null. Then we can say primary key. So now this will become our primary key, means the unique key. Okay, this is our first column. अब हम second column create करेंगे. Second column, what was the second column? Name. We can say text, or we can say not null. अभी हमें varchar नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि I think MySQL has updated their version, so that's why we are using very simple one. Name, text there. Now category text not null. Okay, very simple. Now what was the next? Price text not null. Correct. And then what was the last one? Created at. Right? What was that? Timestamp, yeah, timestamp. And we were saying default, like automatically, if somebody is not inserting anything, automatically default current timestamp. I think it does not have current timestamp, so I'm not sure it will work or not. Okay, so looks like it doesn't have current timestamp. Otherwise, automatically comes, right? Now, okay, now is there or not? Let's see. Okay, so हमने क्या किया? हमने एक नया टेबल क्रिएट कर लिया. Okay, और क्रिएट, ओके, अगर क्रिएटेड एड का अगर प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है तो हम हटा भी सकते हैं इसको. वी विल सी इफ इट इज क्रिएटिंग प्रॉब्लम नॉट. अब हमने क्या किया? हमने यहाँ पे टेबल को क्रिएट कर लिया. हमने उसमें 5 कॉलम दिए: आईडी, नेम, कैटेगरी और प्राइस एंड क्रिएटेड एड. हमने बोला कि ये मेरा इंटीजर है, प्राइस को भी इंटीजर रखना. वी फॉरगेट इट, प्राइस इज आल्सो इंटीजर. ओके, प्राइस इज आल्सो इंटीजर. ओके, एंड वी आर सेइंग एवरी कॉलम विल बी नॉट नल. वहां पे कोई भी नल नहीं रहेगा. ठीक. अब हम क्या करते हैं? अब हम इसमें इंसर्ट करते हैं कुछ. तो इस इंसर्ट का क्या कमांड है? इंसर्ट इनटू टेबल नेम विच इज द प्रोडक्ट. और हम अब इंसर्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि देखो आईडी हमने इंटीजर कर दी है और उसको प्राइमरी की किया है. अच्छा, ऑटो इंक्रीमेंट हमने यहाँ नहीं किया है. ओके, लेट्स सी ऑटो इंक्रीमेंट इज देयर और नॉट. Auto increment is, looks like, let me check in the SQL, MySQL auto increment. Auto increment, you do not need to provide any value. I am searching for MySQL, it's giving me SQL, so let's check for the MySQL. Okay, so they are saying just you need to put auto increment. Let's see it works or not. Primary key and auto increment. Let's see. Okay, so now we will, so see, now we only need to provide 3 columns data, because this is auto increment. Auto increment means automatically value will be assigned one by one. Same goes for the default. So we do not need to insert these 2 columns value, because automatically these values will be inserted. We just need to insert these 3 values, these 3. So name, so product name could be TV, as I was giving the earlier example, TV. And then the category could be electronics. Right? And then our price could be 40,000, right? Let's see, and then do the select. Now this is the DQL. जब हमने insert कर लिया data, अब हम उस data को fetch कर रहे हैं. So select asterisk from a product. So let's see this works or not. Okay, I'm just commenting out this part, so this part doesn't run, only this part run. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to run it now. Okay, so now there is error. I don't know where. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual to customize your MySQL version for the right syntax to use here. Insert into products. So okay, guys, I forget the values. Okay, one more key is there, values. I missed that, so that's why it could be error. Let me run it now. Okay, still there is error, and I think it's same error, right? Am I missing anything else, guys? Product is there. Okay, values is there. Is it because of I'm using capital one? It should not be like that. If that's the case, very weird. It never happened. Or might be colon is not there. So let me put the colon also. Okay, so incorrect integer value TB. Incorrect integer value. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So actually, yeah. What is the problem here? We need to provide. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. See, what is this problem? So see, in this table we have 5 column, right? ID, name, category, price, and created at. So on how this insert query is understanding it, that we are storing these three values column by column. Like this TB is going into the ID part. So that's what we need to do. Like जब हमें करना है कि हमें specific columns में insert करना है, at that time we need to provide the column name also. So name, text, price. Now what we are telling into this query, that this value only has to go to these columns: name, text, and price. So let's run it this time. Okay, unknown column text. Oh, shit. It should be category. Yeah, unknown column category also. Why? This column is there, right? Oh, shit. Hmm. Just doing multiple mistakes, guys. Yeah. Now you can see the everything is coming. Electronics 4000 and created ad. And if we go further also, we can see ID. See ID automatically auto incremented. That's why auto increment. Now if you insert the second record, this value will be auto incremented. Let me show you guys. Now I'm inserting second record. It is TB2 and electronics, like same category. Let me run it. You see this ID automatically incremented. And you see the created at automatically the current time is coming. That's what we given default now. So guys, are we good now with these two queries? To the insert and this part? Default is for time. Default you can give for anything. You can give the default here also. If you want some default value, you can provide here also. Like this default. We can say default price is 10,000, and let's do not provide the price here now. In the third row, we are going to insert, and we are not going to provide the price, right? We are just going to insert two things. Let's see what happened here. Okay, let's run it. See, the price automatically has come 10,000, right? That's what I was talking about, guys. The default can be run for anything. So let us try one time ourselves. What if we do not write default there? Then you can see, right? Automatic default value will not come. Sir, why ID is only primary key? See, ID is only primary key because that column is going to have unique value. So that's why primary key in a table should only be that column which is going to have unique value. We have to only create the primary key, that column in the table which is going to have the unique value. Okay. If override over auto increment one and mistakenly break the order, will it work? It will take the next. If you have somehow deleted the rows, then it will take like if you have deleted the second row. So now in your table 1, 3, 4, 5, it will work in that way. Repeat once again. Sure, Suraj. Let me repeat it. Or they like ID. If we do not write default there. Yes. No, no. If you do not, yeah. If you do not writing the default, we need to provide the values. Correct. So okay. So let me explain again for Suraj. So what Suraj? So first we want to create one table, and our table is create table products. Now in this table we want to create some columns, and I want to create the 5 columns: ID, name, category, price, created at. In this 5 columns, I want to bring only data for 3 columns from the user side: name, category, or price. Other column I want to automatically update. So what I did for ID, I might make it as a primary key and auto increment. So auto increment means automatically values will be incremented for this column. Okay. And for the created at, what I did is default as in now. Default now means current time. SQL. This is SQL function for providing the time. So now what will now will do automatically it will update it, and this default can work anywhere with any column. If we are not providing the value, automatically default will take it. Automatically whatever the value in default that will be assigned that value. So this is the part where we did the creation of table. Okay. Now what we did, now after the once our table is ready, अब हम क्या करेंगे? Now we will insert the data into that. That's what I did here. So the syntax was inserting data, insert into products. और हमने हमें यहाँ कॉलम नेम इसलिए देने पड़े क्योंकि हम सारे कॉलम में डेटा इंसर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हमें जिस जिस कॉलम में डेटा इंसर्ट करना है हमने वही कॉलम के नेम दे दिए. तो नेम, कैटेगरी, प्राइस. Now I provided TV, electronics, 40,000. You can see here also, that's what I did here as well. And after that, once we inserted, now we want to fetch this data from the database. हमने क्या किया? Select को हमने use किया, detail query का use किया. So that's how this works. Okay. Ekta is saying, sir, I cannot spot my mistake. Can you please paste the code here so that I can match? Sure, sure. I will paste this code here. I will just paste this part. Here we created, inserted, and fetched from the table, right? Yes, here we created table, then inserted the data, then fetched also. So we used all three language: DDL, DML, DQL, all three. So need for primary key is like we are going to tell that from this table. See, after like once we created one table, now there are multiple tables in your database, correct? Now you want to make the relation between tables, correct? So now once you are going to make the relation between tables, you need some primary key so that you can easily identify any unique row. Identify एक टेबल में 500 rows हैं. Now you want to identify uniquely row, so that's why we always create one column as a primary key, so we can easily identify unique row in that table. And then with that unique column, because that particular column is unique, every unique values are there, so that's why we will make the relation with other tables with that unique column only. Okay, so that's why we use the primary key. Fetch part explain. Sure, let me provide the link also. Explain example, mobile no column will be primary, name primary, not name column. Example, mobile number. Yes, mobile number could be the primary column. Yes, it could be because it is going to have the unique values, right? Definitely. Okay, so fetch query. So here right now fetch query is very simple. हमने क्या किया? Select all from date products. Product is our table. हमने क्या किया? कि सारी चीजें fetch करके ले आओ product table से. और asterisk means all. So that's why you can see हमने जितने भी column create किए थे, ID, name, category, price, created at, सारे column आ गए. But हम क्या कर सकते हैं? हम specific column भी मंगा सकते हैं, like ID and category and name. अभी देखना, अभी सारे कॉलम्स नहीं आएंगे हमारे पास. लेट मी रन इट. Yeah, you can see only 3 columns are coming. That's the select, and select set many flavors, so we will see one by one all the select flavor. Okay guys, are we good with this? Okay guys, so okay, let me do one more thing very quickly guys. Let me paste this code here quickly, like this one, and quickly fix it also, so we can do further examples according to our in this editor only. Let me do very quickly. Yeah, so let's remove the whatever we have already. We already have I think we have already created the product, so we do not need the product table. So I think, yeah, ID is there, name is there, category is there, price is there, created as there. Okay, this is good. Let's create the user table also very quickly. So this is okay. First order table. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we will just copy paste this one because that syntax is correct. So now what we are doing, we are creating the order table. We can write the orders, and ID is there. The same ID will work. No need to change anything. Then we need the product ID. Okay, so next let's create the next column very quickly. Product ID, and this is going to be integer. Okay, and we need not null. Okay, not null is there. Then we need user ID. So see, let's see. That's why it is copy paste only. Very quickly we can just copy paste user ID. We can say user ID. Then we have the quantity. We can simply, that's why guys, DDL and DML are very easy. We just need to copy paste. You can see I'm just copy pasting here. Quantity, right? Quantity, take the quantity. What are the other column? Created ad is there, or payment is also there. Okay. So let's take the payment. Let's take the entries are not null. Okay. Now we have all the columns. So I think now we are good with the orders table also. Yeah. And keep the default zero. Payment is default zero. Default zero. Okay. Right. That's what we did, right? Okay. So default zero. Correct. Okay. Let's create very quickly user table also. Okay. Let's create very quickly user table also. Let's copy paste this also. Yeah. Change the name to users. ID is also there, so no problem. We need email. Okay, let's create email and password, two fields. Email, text, not null. Very quickly. Let's create the password, text, not null. Just creating the new tables. Then created ad is there and no other column. So now we have all the tables here. Correct, guys? Now we have the user table, we have the order table, we have the, oh, okay, no, don't do that. Yeah. Now we have the user table, now we have the orders table, and let me run it. So if we are facing any problem in syntax, we will get it. I think we are not getting. So let me paste it for you also, so you guys can also quickly run it for you. Payment, like the amount which we are going getting it here. So that's why we are using the int there. Can we rename column name in DDL? Yes, we can. Let me show you that also very quickly. Where are we? Yeah. So like for renaming, let's done that also. So we have removed the employee one, right? Okay. Otherwise, we can do the. Okay. Let's try to rename here only, like the product table. Okay. So let's see. So for renaming, we need to do alter table, correct? And like let me quickly check the syntax, guys. For renaming, like, yeah, this is a syntax. Alter table and table name. We can see the give the table name to product, and then we can write the rename and like the column name. What is the column name? Name to like whatever the name we want to give, product underscore name. That's the query. Let me quickly check the syntax, guys, very quickly. Alter table. Yeah, this is for add. In this way, we can add the column, and there is for rename also, right? Modify. Acha, this is the call. You used to change the column definition. This is for the okay. Modify the name. Drop. Okay. We do not have a rename here? Yeah, rename. Okay, this is for okay table name. Okay, guys, I think modify will work. Modify will work. In this example, modify the column plus the name to be data type. Okay, guys. So okay, but modify is for the column definition. Let me quickly check, guys. Addition is there. Modify column name in MySQL. I think modify is not there uh, in MySQL. But what we can do, we can, I think, create a new column. Let me just check 1 minute, guys. Table name change. Okay. Old column name to new column. Okay. Yeah, I think change is there. Let me see if change work or not. Yeah. So let's see. So change is there. Change, and our old column is a name, and next column is a product name only. And let's give the same uh, not null, same content here. Okay. Let's see, and let's put the product name instead of name. Okay, and let's try to fetch the product name. Okay. Let's see. if this is works or not, or we are getting any error. Okay, so you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that correspond to your MySQL server for right not null. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, I've given this wrong. Okay, yeah, in this way you guys can see. No, okay, let me put the asterisk also. So you guys can see there might be name is coming there or not. So we'll see that. Select asterisk from product. Yeah, you can see name is not there. Now we have changed the name to product name. So that's how we do it. Alter table name, change old column name and new column name, and whatever the type and constraint it has. Okay, guys, let me paste this query to chat. Okay. So not null is just for we do not want any null values in our data columns. It's not like that. We want it every time. We do it's just based on our constraint. We are saying that we do not want to store any null values in our columns. It's not like that. If I do not provide, let me do it. If I'm not provide, still it will work. Not like that. It's still working. It's just the constraint which we are telling that this column should not be not be. Okay. So that's fine, guys. Let's remove this query. Let's insert some data in these tables according to our slides. Okay. Let's insert this data. So this is the data which we have to insert in the user. Correct. I will provide this query to you also, but let me first insert for the user. I'm not sure this will give error or not because everything looks same. Oh, I missed it. Sit. Oh. Hey guys, I provided you query or not? I think everything got back. Let me see. Yeah, I have provided you, right? Hey, it's good. I have provided you the structure. I just clicked on the back button and everything gone. Yeah. So now we were working on the insert part, right? So I copied the insert part. Let's see. Without modification, is it going to work or not? Select asterisk from users. Let me see. Without modification, is it going to work or not? Or does it need any modification? Doesn't look like it needs any modification, but let's see. Okay, yeah, it works. You guys can see everything is inserted. Let's insert the other data also very quickly. Yeah, this is the product data. Let me just print the product table now. Okay, this also worked. Finally, we are going little bit good way. Let's see if it is able to insert the order data or not. I will explain you guys. Just wait. Oh, okay. Let me first paste this whole thing to you so you guys can also run it. Yeah, so I just pasted you everything there. Is it not working for you guys? Is it changing in the paste while I'm pasting it here? Okay. Okay. If I'm sharing the link, are you guys able to open it or seeing it, whatever I'm doing? Oh, great. Then I think do not need to paste, right? Oh, thanks. I think you guys already seeing it. You guys can open your own editor and then just check it here. Okay, so what I did, guys, I have already created the user for you. I have created the orders for you. Like these are three tables which we have created, correct? I already explained this part. And then what I did, I just inserted some data into that. So like you can see for the user, I inserted the user email ID and the password. And that's what we created in the user table. So user table, you can see I created the 4 column. ID and created at. These columns are going to have the default values, and email and password is going to come from the user side. So that's what I did. These are the values which we are providing here. Okay. That same goes for the products. So right now you can see these are the product name, these are the product category, and these are the price. And then we have inserted 6 entries there. And then in the order table, then we are inserting who, like whatever the product, who has purchased and how many quantities. If you see the order table, so you can see product ID, user ID, and quantity. And by default for the payment, we are giving as a 0. Correct? And yeah, for the payment, we are giving a value as a 0 right now. So we are not providing any payment information in the order table. Correct. So now we have inserted everything. Now, like everything is working here. Now we will move further. Now we will check more into the DQL part. Okay. So this is the first query which we got from the client side, where they want to check that your email and password are matching. If your email and password are matching, you have to write the message as a logged in successfully. If your email or password are not matching, you have to write the incorrect password. Or if email is not matching, you need to write user not match. This is the query. Okay, so you guys tell me in the comment, this query will run in which table? This query will run in which table? Oh, okay. Break. You guys want break? Okay. Atish's answer is correct. User. Yes, this query will run on the user table, because in user table we have the email and password. So we will run this query there. But if you guys want break, so we can come like after. Right now it's 9:33, and we can come at 9:50. Okay. Suraj saying yes. Yes, that's right. दो रोटी खाने का समय हो गया. Correct. Yes. Okay, guys. So we'll come back at 9:50. So let's join back and at 9:50. Let me start the 15-minute timer. Is everyone back now? Okay. So Joseph was asking alter table syntax. So we'll wait for one more minute and then we'll start. So simply guys, purpose of alter syntax is to update the table syntax. Anything in update, adding column, dropping column, renaming column, anything we want to do with the tables, you guys have to always remember we need to do the alter table. And if you want to do anything with the data, like updation, deletion, then we will not use the alter there. We will use the update or delete. Correct? So every time you need to remember. Sometimes people got confused. Somebody say that, see how the interviewer get confused you. Like sometimes interviewer say that delete the column, or sometimes say that delete the data of column. Now both places things are different. Correct? Delete the data in delete the data or delete the column. Both are different things. Sometimes people get confused like do I have to use or do so jab bhi whenever somebody is saying that you have to do something manipulation in table structure, you have to go with alter there. So drop table will be DDL. So एक I was just telling that कि जब भी हम कुछ टेबल के मैनिपुलेशन करते हैं whenever we are doing a table we have to do with the alter only, we will not use the update there. But when we are doing anything on the data side like updation or modification, we will do update, we will use the update there, update keyword. समटाइम बस मेरा सिंपल सा कंसर्न है, हम लोग अपडेट को तो बहुत याद रखते हैं क्योंकि अपडेट हमें बार बार करना होता है, वी जस्ट डू अपडेट मैनी टाइम but we just forget about the alter. So just need to remember, just whenever somebody is asking question, just keep this in your mind that is he asking about the table structure or table about it's asking about the table, or is it asking about the data? If he is asking about the data, you need to go with update or delete. If he is asking about the table, then go with alter. That's what only need to remember. Yes, yes, Aradhya. That's what. Okay, so everyone is back now. So let me share my screen and first repeat the alter part, which Joseph was saying. Okay, let me go back to the editor. Oh, I have removed the alter part. Okay, let me see if Control J brings it back. Okay. Oh, okay. No, no, no. Don't go that much. Just create alter again. Yeah. So yeah. So on the alter syntax was this, right? I remember the alter syntax was this, right? So alter table, table name like orders, and change old column name like product ID, and then you have to provide a new column name like updated product ID, and then you need to provide the type. So right now it's increaser, same can go with increaser. So this is the syntax. Like if you want to add the column, in interview I have seen people ask about the deleting the column. How can you delete the column? So that's what we do that like the order drop, drop column, drop column name like product ID. In this way you can delete the column. Let me just confirm this thing, guys, that we need to add the column also. Oh yeah, we need to add the column also. So like drop column like this, drop column and product ID, the column name. Same goes with add also. If you want to add the new column in existing table, order, alter table, orders, add column and the column name like new underscore column and then type text. So this is the syntax of alter. So till now, I think it's similar everywhere. Alter table, column name, then whatever operation we want to do, add, drop, change, rename, multiple things are there. So that's how the alter works. Okay, guys. So let's move. Let me see first any comments you guys have. Yeah, can you show the delete one? Okay, delete. Let's see. So see how the delete works. Where is the editor? Yeah. So let's delete this Samsung one, right, from the product. So how we'll do that? Delete from products, products, where name is equal to Samsung S7. बहुत ही सिंपल काम करता है एसक्यूएल सिंटेक्स, इन लोगों ने बहुत इजी बनाया है, सो ह्यूमन कैन रिमेंबर इट, वेरी सिंपल. डिलीट करो प्रोडक्ट टेबल से जहां पर नाम है सैमसंग S7. So delete from products where name is equal to Samsung S7. As I am telling you, similar way I am writing it. So and now after that let's uh, print it out. So select asterisk, सब कुछ select कर दो from products. Very simple. Let me run it. So there is an error. So let's see what is the error. Can't pull this. No. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual. Just control SQL. Write syntax view. Just select asterisk from product. Oh, we haven't put the colon. This is also problem happening here in this editor. Okay. Now you can see only Pixel is there, Sony Bravia is there, Dell Lenovo is there, Samsung S7 is not there. Okay, guys, that's what happened with the delete. And let's see. I was telling delete from products. Let's see what it does. Is it going to run or not? Let's see. Program didn't output anything. Yeah, because it has deleted everything. Guys, it has deleted everything. That's why I didn't print it out. So that's what. That's the same truncate also work. See, now if I remove this commit, you will see the output, right? Samsung is also there. Let's see the truncate also. Truncate. I think the command is truncate and only table name products. Let me check command for the truncate. Yeah, truncate table. Okay, truncate table products. Okay, there is error. Let's see. Okay, I haven't put the colon again. Sorry, guys. Let me run it. Yeah, program did not output anything. That's what. Both truncate and delete work in the same way, but delete has some additional features. That's what I told you. Okay, so that's all about the delete and truncate. So let's move our question now. Let me see if you guys have already question. Yeah, just like English sentence. Yes, correct. Just like English sentence. Sir, why select asterisk from product need to be written at the last? What is the use of asterisk? So see, select purpose is just to fetch data from the tables. हम इसलिए लिख रहे हैं सिलेक्ट को, जैसे हम ये पता लगा पाए कि हमने जो ऑपरेशन किया है उसका कुछ असर हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है. So that's why we were using the select asterisk to see what is the current state. अभी डेटा की करंट स्टेट क्या है डिलीट करने के बाद, इंसर्ट करने के बाद, क्योंकि हम डेटा को फेच करना चाहते हैं. So that's why we are doing select asterisk. So asterisk means bring all the columns from that table. Bring all the column from that table. It means asterisk means all. So bring all the columns from that table. That's why we are writing asterisk. Select this query the database. Yes, select this query database. After insert into, we have write values always. No, not always. Where was that? Joseph, not always. Insert into table name. We do not need to write. Okay. You are saying about this values. Yes. We need to write the values. Yes, every time. This is the insert syntax. Correct. We need to write. Atish is saying, sir, I have a question. If I had provided a commit after that save point, so where would the database will roll back to commit point or save point? I think then it will come to the save point. If you have already decided some custom save point, it should come back to the save point and then re-trigger it from there. Syntax for alter. Oh, so I've already shown that syntax, right, Joseph? Yeah, if the DB crash, yeah, if the DB crash, it will come to the save point. If the DB crash in that scenario, I think it should come to like, see, what is the meaning of save point? Save point, it means you are saving somewhere the state. See, there are four steps: step one, step two, step three, step four. Correct. Now you have made step three as a save point. Correct. Right. Now, what is the meaning of creating a step three as a save point? It means you have stored this information somewhere. So sometime later, if somebody is doing the rollback, so you can directly check that and start from there. But अगर DB पूरा crash कर गया, now if there is no, if you haven't stored it properly, then I think everything will start from starting, right? But if you are doing the rollback, DB is not crashing, but you got some error, like some logical error, you got it, then it will start from the save point. Syntax for alter. So Joseph, syntax is this, right? Where was that? I deleted it again or what? I had it, right? Oh, I deleted it again, it seems. Okay. Oh yeah, that was the syntax, right, guys? Okay, this time we can do that. Yeah, this is the syntax. You want me? Let me paste. Oh, I think you can already check this thing, right? Do not need to paste it. So this is the syntax for alter. And you guys, so do not need to remember these syntax, guys. Just try to remember the things when we need. Always a lot of like, I also don't remember all the syntax. I just simply go to the uh, these websites, because see, sometimes you have to work with SQL, sometimes you have to work with MySQL. So sometimes these syntaxes changes. So you just need to remember what are the features they provide. And once you remember these features, you can go anywhere with these syntaxes. So do not need to remember these things. Okay. Okay. So now let's come back to the query part. So this was our query. In this query, the customer is saying that now we have a one user table, and now we want to check if email and password are matching. Give me the message, give me the output as a logged in successfully. Or if email match but password doesn't match, then give me the result as incorrect password. Or if email at all not match, so you can say user not found. So these are the three queries which we need to run, which we need, like we need to create the three queries which should do these things. You can see this is the input. This is the input, the reliable at reliable.com and reliable password, because I think this data already we have created. So let me show you first. Yeah. So yeah, reliable at reliable.com and reliable password. It means if somebody is providing email as a reliable at reliable.com and password as a reliable password, we should get our query should return logged in successfully. Okay. And if somebody is entering reliable as reliable.com and password as a reliable password also, uh, it looks same, right? I think it looks same, guys. I don't know what they have done here. Both things look same, but they're saying, okay, but let's see. Do not take this input. Second one, it looks wrong, because now we can say somebody is provided the correct email ID, but they are providing the wrong password. So at that time, we will say that login credentials are not matching. Okay. And in some scenario, if email ID is not matching, then we can simply say that what was the last one? The user not found. User not found. Did you guys understood the question? There is 3S. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, sorry, guys. I missed. I was saying that this example is wrong, but yeah, this example is correct. This password is wrong. You can see there is 3S. So I missed that part. Sorry, guys, for that. So yeah, for this, we need incorrect credential as the output. And the last one, reliable one. So see, very simple query. Let's try to write it first. Let's remove everything. Now we'll write very simple query first. We will, okay, so now what we will do? We are going to use the where condition. So that was simple, very simple. Select all from users, select all from users where you email is equal to whatever email you will pass and password. Looks like sentence, right? Where email is equal to this and password. अब देखो email क्या है? Reliable as reliable.com. Correct? Where email is equal to reliable at reliable.com and password क्या है? Reliable password. अब देखिए इसका रियल सिनेरियो क्या होता है. So now from the in the login scenario, what happened from the client side, like on the website, what you do, you provide your email ID, you provide your password. That request come to server. Server, what server does? Server fetch these values, create query like this, and send this query to SQL database. And then if some everything is good, then SQL query will give us the result back. And then based on that result, we will that user will logged in. Otherwise, that user will not logged in. So that's why I was telling you the front end, back end, and database always connected. Okay, so let's run this part. Let's see this credentials. Is there any user in our database who has this credential or not? So we know that we have. So let's run it. Yeah, we can say we have one user whose user ID is 5 and his email is this and this. But now let's see if we made the double S, triple S. So now we will see nothing. There will be program did not output anything. It means it's not giving anything. It's giving us null for all those columns. Okay, that was the scenario. That's a very simple query. Let me know first. Did you understood this query or not? Are we good with this query? Yes, server automatically run this query. Automatically does not, nothing happen automatically. You need to, once we will create the Node.js server and connect with database, we will write this query on server. अभी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? We are directly writing on SQL editor. Later on, we will write these queries on servers in our Node.js server, and then we will trigger these queries from there. Yes, yes, Ekta will do that. I was just talking about this thing. Are we good with this? Okay. Okay, now we will look. So they do not want to see the right. See, right now we are not like in some scenarios we are not printing anything, or like when the password was correct at that time we were just simply returning a lot of things. But they do not want that. They want something else. See, so for that now we are trying to understand some more things here. Like first thing, SQL provides us the conditions like case. They provide the case, like we have the switch, right? In the JavaScript or language, you guys remember the switch. Whenever the switch condition will pass, then we will push the case. Correct? If this is the case, do this. If this is the case, do this. In similar way, in SQL also we can write the case. So how we write it? Very simple. Select case. So see guys, now that's what I was telling. You do not need to remember anything in the here, in the DDL or DML. Automatically, these things you can remember. But while writing the query, you have to use your mind. You have to do a lot of things in the queries. So that's why sometimes who is more interesting, like जो भी बहुत जिसको बहुत इंटरेस्ट आता है क्वेरीज लिखने में, they will like sometime it takes 2 to 3 4 hours to just think the logic better. So yeah, but this is fun, right? So let's see. So what the case syntax? So first we'll see the case syntax. Case syntax is case when, and then we will put something in the when, and then we'll say then. If that passes, then do this, then do this. Else, else, do this, and then we write the end. This is the case syntax in the SQL. Case when like this condition is passing, then do this, else do this. ओके अब देखो कैसे करते हैं. देखो अभी हम सिंपल रख रहे हैं केस व्हेन ट्रू, लाइक एवरी टाइम इट विल बी केस विल बी ट्रू. हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि प्रिंट कर दो लॉग्ड इन, प्रिंट कर दो लॉग्ड इन, एल्स नॉट लॉग्ड इन. ओके, और एंड के बाद हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम एक बोल रहे हैं एज रिजल्ट. हमने एक कॉलम का नाम दिया, एज का मतलब रिजल्ट. एज रिजल्ट मीन हमने जो नई वैल्यू बनाई है उसको हमने एक कॉलम दे दिया. हम सिलेक्ट में अपने आप अपने अकॉर्डिंग कॉलम बना सकते हैं. वी कैन क्रिएट आवर ओन कॉलम. ओके, सो लेट्स सी, लेट्स रन दिस सिनेरियो. सो सिलेक्ट व्हेन ट्रू, then logged in, else not logged in. Let's see what this is giving to us. Okay, let's see. Is there any error in this syntax? We'll see that. No, because I made it true. Every time I run it query, it will give us the logged in every time. Now if I make it false, simple iteration, right? You guys remember this simple if else condition, not logged in. Okay, This is the case part. Now there is one more that is called if. There is if also. So let's see. Let's keep that syntax there. Select if, and now condition. If condition is passed, do this. If condition is fail, do this. So now very simple syntax. If true, now condition is false, logged in. If not true, then not logged in. Not logged in. देखो इसको भी रन करते हैं. Let's run this one first. Comment it out. Let's run this one. You can see logged in, right? That's why. And now if I make it false, not logged in, correct? So अब देखो, अब हमें क्या करना है? अब हमें थोड़ा सा माइंड यूज करना है यहाँ पे. Now we understood the condition part. Okay, let me see first in the comment. Do you guys have any problem with this condition or not? Looks like ternary condition. No, it's simple if else condition, right? So, but it's just a different way to write things. But table, yeah, table name you can give. Right? We will give the table name. I was just showing you the example how these if and case are working. Both select same. Yes, both select same. Yes. That's the way to write two different things, case and if. Like it matters sometime, right? In select, first message when true, second one if not true. In select if, yes, first message will be printed when it is true, and second one it will go into the second one when it's not true. That's right. Okay, so let's understand our scenario. Which one is false? We didn't mention the second select. Second one is the false. This one not logged in. This one is the false. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one is the false, right? In this will go one when if condition is false, and when if condition is true, it will go here. Okay, so let's now use our mind and let's think now what we need to do when our condition is good. At that time we just need to print simply the logged in. So now what we will say, we can simply say when email and password are matching, and now we need to put something in the when part also. So we can simply say when email is not null. In this condition, I think it's very easy. See, if it is already passing this condition, right? So we will get the email. If it is passing this condition, we will get the email. It means email is not null. When email is not null, we will simply write logged in. If email is null, we will write not logged in. Let me show you. Or we can simply say write it here also. What was that? Bad credential, right? That was the second message, right? Bad credentials. Let me show you in this case. Yeah, logged in. Let's change the password here, like pass. Let's see what is happening now. Program did not output anything. Okay. What could be the reason? It is not outputting anything because no row is there. Yeah, because we didn't get any row, so that's why it is giving us it is not giving us any column. But I was expecting. Oh, okay. You know what happened now? Because this is not giving any row to us. So that's why it was not able to check the email scenario. That email is null or not. So that's why it just returned simply. That's why it didn't went to the bad credential part. See, that's the problem here. That's the problem here. That it didn't able to find it out because we didn't get any row back. See, in this scenario, when the reliable password, we get back one email ID, one row we are getting, correct? That's what that row I already showed you. But when I put it this, and in that row, I checked that email is present or not. If email is not null, then print this message, or if email is null, then print this message. So, but this message will be printed only in those scenarios when email is going to be null. But there is no scenario where we are going to put the email as a null, because everywhere email is having some data, because we have the constraint. So that's why I think we can simply, guys, we do not, we for this scenario, we do not need at all these things. We can simply print logged in. See, we do not need as we result, because when email will come, automatically this row will be printed. Let me show you. Okay, what is happen? Select from. Okay, I forget the from user. I think in this scenario, the first scenario, we see result logged in automatically coming. If I add the wrong password, see, it will not give any row to us. So I think the first scenario is very easy. We can simply write this. We do not need case or anything there. We can simply do with this line only, because this where condition will only, this select will only run on the rows, and right now no rows is coming, so we are good. But in the second scenario, let me show you. In the select second scenario, how we will do that. In that scenario, let's use the if. Let's use the if. And now what we will do here, in the false, we will write another query. Select, we'll write another query. Select, yeah, the same thing. Select email from users, same thing. Let me try this, then I will tell you that, yeah, so select, we will do that, and we will check that is this email is coming as a null or not. So let's yeah, put it this also, one more. Let's check is null. Then if it is a null, then we can say the bad credential, else we can say logged in. Let's see, is there any syntax error or not first. What I did, I'm just first explaining to you guys, then we will see the syntax is correct or not. Let me first run it, then I will try it. So it is giving the bad credentials. Why? Yeah, it is giving the bad credential. Let's check for the correct credential. Yeah, 2 time pass. Yeah, logged in. So yeah, it is working, guys. See what I did here. What I did, guys, here. I told you the if syntax. If syntax is this, here we can write anything, right? We just need to return false and true from here. Correct? We just need to return false and true from here. So what I did, I just written one more query inside if. So this is the whole part. This is the first part of if. In the earlier example, I was using the false. Right now, I written the one query, and what I did in the inside this query, I am just doing the same thing. I selected something from the user table where user email is this and password is this. Agar if this row exists, I will get some email. Correct? If I will get some email, it means it's this data is not null. And if this data is not null, it means it is false scenario. And when it is false scenario, we will come here. And if we didn't get any row, it means this is the null data. Then we will get here, we will reach here. It means if this condition is true, and then we will reach into the bad credential. So this is the way we are going to write this scenario. Let me, I think you guys can see this code. Yeah, I think you guys can see both codes. So let me know, you guys understood this part or you have any conditions here? Sure, sure. Let me see the syntax, guys, if I'm writing everything correct there. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so what I did, guys, so the first, in the first example, it was very easy. They were saying if our email and password are matching, you just need to return as a logged in. What I did in the first scenario, you can see here. Very simple. But this query was not giving us properly the other scenario. Like if your email and password are not matching, that part was not happening here. So then what I did, I used the if syntax of SQL query. So this is the first part where we are writing the where like let me show you this one first. Yeah, this was the earlier example of guys if, right? So we the first part of if returns us true and false, correct? Based on this value, we go to this these second and third parameters. If this part is returning false, we will go into the last one. If this part is returning true, we will go into second one. Okay. In similar way, I created this query inside if this is the first part till here, okay, and this is the second part and this is the third part. So in second part we will go when this condition is giving us true, and in this third part we will go when this condition is giving us false. Okay, so now we have written some conditions here, and that condition is like this: he select email from users where email is equal to this and password is equal to this. अब अगर ये कंडीशन सही होती है तो हमको एक ईमेल मिल जाएगा, we will get one email. If we are getting email, then we have put one more like after that we are saying this value should be null, or by the way we are getting email, so it means it's this value is not null. So then this whole condition has gone into the false state, and I told you when this condition is going to the false state we will go into the third place. So that's why we are getting the login, because reliable password and reliable at reliable.com, this entries exist in our database. And next time when I added one more password, now there is no row in the table which we are going to return from here. So it means now this value will give us the null result, and I was checking it. Is this value giving us null? Yes, it is giving us null. Then I will go into the second part. So that's what, if I run it now, we'll go into the and like I write this now, I'm getting some error. So what is this error? Select if. Oh, oh, sit. I think I just sit. Guys, can I open the earlier one and I will reach the same page? Let me. Can you guys just forward the link to me? I can go to the same page, right? Do you guys have the link? Oh, okay. I think I've shared it, right? Oh, okay. Okay. Is it the link? Okay. Oh, I'm not able to copy it. So what? See, on your doubt, I'm not. Oh, okay, yeah. From here, I can copy it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nitesh. Yeah. Right. So we cannot paste it here. Cannot paste it here. Okay, you cannot paste the link here. Oh, I see. Yes. So can we simply stick to the select if syntax? It is more understandable. Sure, that's what we did here. We just stick with the if syntax here and we just solve the problem. Now there is still one problem, guys. They are saying just for email, if email is not found, then we need to return like the user not found. So how we'll do that? We'll copy the same query, and rather than checking password, we will just simply check for email. Same query. Now we'll check for the email. If email exists in our database, we will get the row. And once we'll get the row, it means it's not null. We'll come into this user found. Correct? Same query. User found. And here we will see user not found. User not found. Let's see. Let's run this one also. Okay, so now this if part has started giving error. I haven't changed anything here, right? It is giving an error in the syntax part. Oh, really? Anything I changed here? No. Oh, I think it could be this curl colon sit. Yeah, this could be the reason. Yes. Okay, so everything I'm printing here. So, but you can see user found is coming here because our user is. Let me first comment it out these things. Now we can click on the run part. Yeah, you can see user found. Now, if we just make any mistake here, the user doesn't exist, we'll get the user not. Okay, guys, are we good with this query? Okay, so let's see another query also very quickly, which we had another problem. So the next problem, which where they are saying we need to work on the product table. Till now we work on the user table. Now they are saying write a query to get all the products from the product table. Okay. So अगर सिर्फ इन्होंने इतना ही पूछा होता get all the products from product table, we simply do select asterisk from product, so all the product will come. And they are saying and the product should be grouped by category and the product and should be sorted based on the price in ascending order. तो ये क्या कह रहे हैं कि हमें कैटेगरी और प्रोडक्ट के बेस पे हमें उन्हें ग्रुप करना है. They what they are saying, based on the category and product we need to group them, and then we need to then we need to show them in the ascending order, like the price should be ascending order. You can see the expected output. You can see like the mobile phone Pixel 4a is coming. This is the category. Mobile phone Pixel 4 is coming. Then laptop Lenovo is coming. Television Sony Bravia is coming, and laptop Dell is coming. You can see they are grouped based on the category and the product. And then you can see the price in ascending order: 30,000, 34, 35, 40, 5, 1500. Very simple query, guys. Very simple query. This is, but very important query. Okay, so Aradhya was asking, but one question: why, if select was getting as an output 2? If select was getting as an output 2, I didn't understood. So if select was getting as a, so see, in the if, as the first part, we are selecting some values, right? And then we are checking that value. Is that value is null or not? At the end, we are just simply giving the output, right? Simply checking the output. And then based on that output, we are just making the condition. That's what we are doing in the first part of if part. Okay, Radha? Okay, so guys, so the second part which they asked was very simple. They are saying for the product table, you can see right now mobile phone, there are two categories. Like how many categories we have? I think mobile phone is the one category, telephone is the another category, laptop, three categories are there. Mobile phone, laptop, mobile phone, or television. Three categories are there. Correct? So they are saying do the group by based on mobile phone and pixel. So just forget it, guys. So let's understand. If we do simply group by on the mobile phone, let's see. Select asterisk from products, and simply we need to write simple group by category. Let's see this thing. Is there any other select queries running? No. What group by does, it whatever column you are providing, it will just take that column. I think this will give us error. I think, let me see first. Is it giving us error or not? Yes. What error is this giving? क्या था? It is from products group by category. Yeah, it will give us error. See, let me slow. Okay, by the way, it is some syntax error also. Let me first correct it out. Yeah, this is incompatible. Yes, that's why. That's right. That's right. Why it is incompatible? See what group by does. Group by take one value, it will take one column, and in that column we want to group by things based on the value. So now you can see In this category column, we have three values: mobile phone, television, and laptop. So now what we want to do? Whatever rows are coming with mobile phone, group them together. Or and whatever rows are coming with television, group them together. Or whatever rows are coming with laptop, group them together. Group them to now why this got error? Because we were having the names and we cannot combine the string. See, we can combine the this thing 30,000, 34,000. We can combine these things, but we cannot combine the name. So that's why we were getting the error. But when we will do the category and name, now we will not get error. Now we will not get error because now we are grouping them two things. Grouping our rows basis on two things: category, mobile phone and pixel 4a. अब अगर यही दो वैल्यूज किसी और रो में होती, यही सेम दो वैल्यूज किसी और रो में होती, वो ग्रुप हो जाती. लेकिन इन दिस सिनेरियो you will see all rows will come to us. Let me show you. Okay, so still we are getting error. So what is the reason? Oh, id is still the problem. Okay, so ID we cannot group still, but let's select column. Like let's select the name, category, comma price. Will it work? Correspond to right syntax to use dot price. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, it should not be dot, it should be comma. Okay, okay. I just again went to that. Okay. See, okay, I think I need a URL again. Let me go to the doubt part again. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we were writing the group by query, right? Where is that query? Oh, okay. I think that query got missed. Okay. Okay, so something we are missing. Let me check the query. Yeah, the what we are trying also to. I'm not sure this query will work because group by works with the specific things. Like they want some common things. Let me see if this query of them works or not. Yeah, expression not in group by clause and contain non-aggregating. Yeah, I think this will work only with this ID. Now it should work. Yeah, now you can see everything is coming here because see now you can see what we did here. And okay, let me remove the created at and ID also. Let's take only three columns, so it will make more sense. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual response right syntax to form products. Okay. Group by category name, ID, and order. Okay, I think we need ID because whatever column which you are taking in the group by, we need those columns should be in the. Uh, okay, still we are getting error. Hey, what we have removed? Okay, I think this was the problem. Yeah, I think that was the problem. Remove the ID. Yeah, that's what I want to show you guys. See, we want to do group by. See, group by, the simple meaning is, see this table they haven't created properly. I think like according to the group by, because in this table, as you can see, the group by will not work. So simply group by meaning is whenever there are some rows which have the common value, you want to combine those values. So that's why you use the group by, correct? But here you can see when you are combining the category only, at that time you are having the pixels also, like the name column, and that name column values are not same. Those column values, those rows are having different values, correct? So we cannot combine them. SQL provides us a way where we can concat. I think concat is there. I remember in the in SQL server. I remember we use the concat to do that, but I'm not sure it works here or not. Let me check how to concat rows in group by in MySQL. Let me see that group concat is there. Okay, so this is the condition group concat you have to provide to do in the uh, yeah. Let me just see the example. Yeah, just that. Okay, so now you can see if I provide the group concat here with the name as name. Now I do not need to do the this part name and ID. Name is there, and for ID also I need to do. Okay, let's see if this works. Then we will not do the ID. But yeah, I'm sure it will throw the error for ID. Select list not in the group by. But boy, select list is in the group by, right? Price, okay, which is not functionality. Oh, I see. So this price is also creating the problem. So we can simply do the sum also. 1 minute, guys. What is the error now? Order by clause is not in the group by. Oh, order by, okay. Let's remove the order by then. Because we have combined it price. Oh no, it's still the work. I didn't provide that. Otherwise, it should work. Order by price. Yeah. Just 1 minute, guys. Yeah. Yes, you can see now. Now you can see the real meaning of group by. Now what we did, we have combined the whole table. You can see whole table, product table, and we have grouped by them with the category column. So you can see now there are only three categories are coming: television, laptop, and mobile phone. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. That what group by does, whatever the column you are choosing, it just go into that column. Whatever the unique values are there, and if those values are repeated, then it will just group them. So यहाँ पर आप देखो उसने क्या किया, उसने कैटेगरी कॉलम में गया और मोबाइल फोन को उसने देखा, और मोबाइल फोन को उसने देखा कि वो रिपीटेड हो रहा है, तो उसने क्या किया, जहां जहां मोबाइल फोन रिपीटेड हो रहा था वो सारी रोज को कंबाइन कर दिया. So you can see Pixel 4a, Pixel 4 and Samsung S7. You can see all three names together. Pixel 4a, Pixel 4, Samsung S7. Right? That's what the group by does. And then the category is already, we have put it into the order group by. We do not need to do anything. Then for the price, it was also creating problem because we need to put some aggregated operation here also, right? So that's what I did. I just added all those rows because see, mobile phone price 30,000 is here, 34,000 is here, and 70,000 is here. So we need to, we cannot, otherwise we have to do group concat. Then we can combine all three data like we did for the name, or because these are number, we can simply sum them. So that's what, if you see right now the result is coming 134. You will add it, so we'll get the 134 only. And you can see for the television, it's just one row, it doesn't combine anything. So we are getting Sony Bravia television and price as a 40,000. And then we have the laptop for two rows, Dell and Lenovo, Dell Lenovo laptop. And guys, you guys won't believe, I have ran this query multiple times. These type of things I have to do many times, where I have to use group concat or concat. Sometimes I need to just simply run the queries. Sometimes this could be also sub query. You remember in the select part, I was just running the sub query here. So sometimes it happens, this could be a sub query also. So that's why guys, that's why I was telling, when we are working with the database, relational database, only complex or fun thing is writing these select queries, writing these select queries. So see, when I started, I was also facing some problem to understand the group by, because group by we will use lot of places. See, group by and join, these are two things which we are going to use lot of places in SQL. In the MySQL, we are going to use a lot of times this group by and join. And I also faced some problems understanding in his starting, but slowly when I understood the like when I done more practice and understood the real meaning of that, what they exactly do, then I didn't face any problem till now. See, the simple meaning of group by, जिस भी column पर they are going to put the group by, whatever column they are choosing for group by, the group, what group by will do, group by will first uh, like uh, will first go into that column and check all the unique values. Once we got the unique values, now we will create small group with those unique values, because might be that unique value will be repeated in some other rows. So we will combine all those rows. In this case, as the mobile phone category was repeating, so what we did, we combined all those three rows and kept it as a one row. अब जब हम वन रो बना रहे हैं, तो और जो भी अदर कॉलम्स हैं उस टेबल में, उन कॉलम्स को भी हमें ऐड करना पड़ेगा, उन कॉलम्स को भी we will going to add, and that's what we did there. Okay guys, so like we I want to show you the name, so that's why I did the group concat, so all the names can be combined there. I want to show you the price, that's why I need to do, I have done the sum methods there. Okay, so group by we are going to use lot, guys. Okay, so let's see. I know this was very confusing. This was very new. So many people didn't understand. So I want you to understand this thing, and we have some more examples on that. So we'll do that examples also. Okay. Sir, I'm not getting select query. So see, Suraj, select query purpose is fetch data from the database, from the table. Fetch data from the table. But fetching data from table is little bit complex. उसके लिए इन्होंने बहुत सारे टेक्निक्स दिए हैं, क्योंकि आप सीधे डेटा फेच नहीं कर सकते हैं. समटाइम सी व्हेन यू हैव मिलियंस ऑफ रोज इन वन टेबल, you do not know what data your, like which row that data has, which row that data has. Like if you have 100 rows, 100 entry has been created in your table. Okay, now you want to fetch some particular person from the, like one particular id from the table. So you cannot like simply one row is very simple. You can for finding the one row, you can provide some condition, where condition, correct, in the select. But there are sometimes they want some top three rows where this particular value are there. Like some conditions happen, right? In same table, let me try to think one example. I'm trying to thinking here. Like if there are 100 rows, and all 100 rows has employee data, student data they have, and there are columns like marks or years और लाइक डेट ऑफ बर्थ. अब सिंपल क्वेरी क्या होती कि हमें अब सबसे पहले सिंपल क्वेरी हो सकती है कि गिव मी दैट स्टूडेंट हुज नेम इज दिस. तो यू कैन राइट वेरी सिंपल सेलेक्ट क्वेरी, सेलेक्ट स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट टेबल, select name from student table where name is this. Very simple query of select, and that query will run into database, and from the 100 rows it will fetch that particular unique row. Okay, that was the first example. Now let's make little bit complex this query. So now if somebody says to you, give me those student who are going to have, who has the marks more than 70, अब तुम्हारी क्वेरी धीरे धीरे कॉम्प्लेक्स होती जाएंगी सेलेक्ट में. अब नाउ इसके बाद क्या हो सकता है कि नाउ गिव मी द क्वेरी लाइक who belongs to section A. Yes, that's a very good example. So see, in one class, like in one school, there are for the same class there are 4 sections, correct? Section A1, section 2, section 3, section 4. Okay, and in each section 100 students are there. So now total 400 students are there in one class. Like in one class you can say class 8. In class 8 there are 400 students. Okay, now you have created one table for that. Okay, now in that table you have one column for section also, right? That these 100 students belong to this section, next 100 belongs to this section, next 100 belong to this, and next 100 belongs to D section, A B C D. अब now query कैसे complex होगी? Now query will be complex. Now give me those students who only belongs to section A, who only belongs to section A, or give me the highest marks from each section. Give me the highest marks with each section. अब यहाँ पर आप group by use करोगे. Here in this scenario you will use the group by, because you want to do group. Now you want to create the group. Four sections are there, 400 rows are there, 400 rows are there, 400 students there. You only want 4 rows based on section wise. Okay, so now what you will do? Section A to highest marks, section B highest marks, section C highest marks, section 4 highest marks. Now guys, you need to do the group by in this case. Now and the column will be for the group by will be section A. Now column will be section A. And then for the maximum marks, we can go use the max function. But you have to do the group by for the section. So that's what I want to try to tell you, Suraj, that that's how the select query gets complicated. That's why only see in the database, if I say only the select query is the one who does everything. Otherwise, creation, insertion, updation, those are very fixed syntax. You cannot do anything. But in the select query, you can do anything. Like in the select, you can create multiple select queries. So that's why, guys, slowly we will understand select. But yes, like if you I would say that I also feel little bit frustrated in starting to understand, but once I understood, it was fun. I'm telling you guys, it was really fun to play with select queries only. You like once you start understanding things, like once you see, people will give you scenarios. I given you scenario, right? Bring me the data based on the section 4. In the similar way, they will give you a lot of scenarios. In the interview also, they give you scenarios. The similar only they give for the select query. So sometimes they will say like there are 5 rows. Bring me top 2 rows, top 2 highest mark rows. Now you see, in the same scenario in the product one, they will give you the see. This is the product table, right? Which we has. Let me show you. Where was that? Yeah, yeah. This is the product table, right? Somebody will give you the query. Give me the top 2 rows which has the highest price. So you can see you have to provide this row and this row only from this table. Now this will only you can do with the select queries. In the select query, you have to think now how to only get 2 rows which has the highest max price. So guys, that's why select query is very complex and very fun. I will say fun because I like to do that, and I would like you guys also to practice it. See, nobody can teach you these things. They will only teach you the concepts, how the select works, how the group by works, how the join works. But after that, it's all your mind. How quickly you how quickly you thought about that, yeah, this query can run like that query can run like this. Okay, so let's stop it here and let's see the next question also. Let's see. Okay, yeah, in the same question I remember we have also talked about the ascending and descending order, correct? We also talked about we need a price in ascending order. So how we do that? For ascending order, we need to put the order by price. So if we are not providing anything, like we can provide ascending and descending at the end, like ASC and DSC, DESC, sorry. Yeah, descending. So if you're not providing anything, by default it takes the ascending. So you can see I haven't provided anything, and by automatically it is giving me ascending order. 40,000, 85,000, 130. So right now third row is this one. Let's put the descending here. Let's put the descending DESC. Let's run this query. See, now mobile phone has gone on the top. This is the descending order. The highest price is coming at the top, then the lower one, then the last one. So by default, it takes the ascending. So only guys, you need to remember these things, like order by price automatically will take these things, ascending and descending. Otherwise, everything will come with practice, guys. So let me run the ascending also. You can see the same thing, 48, 40,000, 85,000, 134. If you remove the ascending, automatically it takes the ascending only. Yeah, it automatically takes the ascending. Let's see another query also. Let's see if we have another query in the group by only, or we are jumping into the join, because second concept is join. That's also a little bit actually the under like actually little bit complex, but yes, we need to understand. I think this is not about the next question is simple select query and some of the max part we need to use. So let's see. Let's understand the question. Write a query to get the costliest mobile phone from the product table. Yes, I think I was telling you, right? I was telling you this query, right? Give me the top 2 costliest thing. But now they have given us the query from the product table. Bring that row which has the costliest value. So I think we need this row only, the last one. So that's how guys these queries become the complicated. But I will say to you guys, do not feel any pressure. You're not able to understand all those things. Just comes with practice. Okay, so let's think about this. Now we need something where the price is has to be maximum. Correct. Now we need that row where the price has to be maximum. Okay, so now what is the first thing? Okay, so सबसे पहले select asterisk, हमें सब कुछ चाहिए. Now from product table where price is price is equal to 70,000. ये होती वेरी सिंपल क्वेरी अगर हमको प्राइस पता होता. You see, still we have error, so let's see what is the error here. SQL syntax correspond to insert in error. Okay, now why we started getting an insert error? Okay, I was writing. I will just cut this query from here and put it down where we were running the select one. I will not touch anything, otherwise I code. Okay, the product. Oh, products. It should be products. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this is the very simple query if we know about the price, but they are asking us you have to find out those rows where price is maximum. Correct. So now what we need to do, we need to write another query inside it and see where also has equal or where also has in. So in we provide the array. In like when we are providing the in, we can provide the multiple values. So like see 70,000. I think we write like this, right? Yeah, 70,000, comma 40,000, comma 30,000. Now you will see we have to get three rows. 70,000 this row, and this row. Let's see. This is the correct syntax or not? That's what. Yeah, you can see now we are getting three rows. Where and I think let's remove the asterisk. Let's take only name and price, so we can easily see the data also. Yeah, you can see here name and price. So guys, what I told, the difference between equal and in we can provide multiple things. We can also write a query inside it. We can write a query inside it also. Correct. But in equal, we can only provide the one value, like 70,000. Correct. You will see that. But now because we need to find it out the maximum, so we will write the one query inside it, and that query will be select max price from product. सेपरेट क्वेरी. अभी देखो इसको मैं अलग भी पहले रन कराता हूँ. इसको मैं पहले अलग रन कराता हूँ. लेट्स सी व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग हियर. इस क्वेरी को हम कमेंट करेंगे. ओके, yeah, now we have commented this query. Let's run this query only. Yeah, we are getting the 70,000, right guys? And these are the methods like min. If we run the min here, we'll get the min price from that. You see 30,000. So that's what I was trying to do. I was right now I want to do the programmatically, right? So now rather than providing the static value, we are going to provide this select syntax inside it. And let's see, you will get the same row. Yeah, Samsung S7, and there is some error also. Correspond to version for the use near select max price. In the okay, this is not the comment. This has not taken the properly comment, so that's why. Yeah, Samsung S7 70,000. So you can see this is just see. That's why I'm saying guys, do not remember the queries. There are multiple ways to write the select queries. Whatever way looks like to you that could work, just try that way. Okay, let me see the comments. Sir, please join next session. May Lilo, it's very important. Yeah, yeah, definitely. We'll take the join in next session. Yes, Suraj, very important logic. That's why I'm saying it's very. That's why I told you DML, DDL, and all other queries are just everything fixed. But the DQL part are it's fully depend on your logic, how you think. So, guys, yes, Hari Haran has some doubts. I think yeah, he's just providing the URL. He's just providing the query. Okay. So, how do we concat price instead of sum? How do we concat? Oh, yeah, same thing. I think the concat will group concat will work on price also. Let's see. Let's see. See, the select query is always fun. That's why we have always try. We should always try things here. We should always try things here. Yeah. So let's see. Nilanjan has asked if you do not want to sum the price, can we concatenate it? Let's see. Can we? Or is just need a string? I think it should concatenate. Let's see. Or it just needing a string. So no guys, you see, uh, you can see it has concatenated the price also 30,000, 34,000, 70,000, 50,000, 35,000. Got it, Nilanjan? Group concatenate will work for both. So let's see another question if we do not have on the join. Let's see if we have another question on that. Okay, yeah, it's a join. So let's move further. Okay, I remember in the last we have some queries. So let's see. Yeah. So yeah, so in the last we have write a query to delete all the data in orders column without deleting the table structure. So can anyone give me the answer of this query? Okay, let me ask it here. Write a query where you just want to delete the database. You just want to delete the data, but do not want to delete the structure of table. What are the ways we can do that? So no. Yes, Anand, drop will delete the structure also. Drop will delete the structure also. Delete and truncate will not delete the. They will just simply clear the data. They will simply. Let me show you these things, guys. Let me. I think this will be better if I use the PHP my admin here for showing the drop query. So that's why they see. You can see truncate table. They have used the truncate only here for deleting the data, and then they are selecting just for checking that is there any data is there or not. So that's what the answer is. Let me see the 12th question. Write a query to delete a table, the order without maintaining any schema. Without maintaining any schema. So that's what delete we are using. Okay, so I think there is small other differences also are there. I think between the delete and truncate. So they are saying delete the table, the orders without maintaining any schema. Without maintaining any schema. Without maintaining any schema. I think this is not the same question. Without maintaining any structure or without maintaining any schema. It's the same thing, right? Without maintaining any schema or without maintaining any structure, is it not the same thing? So that's why truncate and delete works the same way. I will read guys more about the truncate and delete if there is any other differences. Other than the difference which I told. In the delete, we have other features as well where we can put. But in truncate, we cannot put. But if there is any other differences between truncate and delete, I will let you know that. What it meant by structure here. Structure is same. The schema part, table structure. If we delete data, if we delete, then all will be deleted. And what remains in structure? स्ट्रक्चर में रिमेन रहता है हमारा कॉलम नेम कॉलम का टाइप दैट इज द स्ट्रक्चर okay Nilanjan so there is a one employee column we have defined four column in that employee table right in the employee table we have defined four columns employee id employee name employee age employee salary now you are inserting the data so now when you did the truncate or delete all the data is deleted but now the structure and that structure or the schema is still remain now you can insert again you do not need to create the table that's what the structure and schema okay sir, group can create and group by. Once again, explain in previous query. Sure. So before understanding the group concat, understand the group by. So what group by does, so like in whatever column, so simple group by ka matlab in real world what will happen. I think that section example I have given very nicely. So if there is a one college, in that college there are four sections, right? For the same class, like class 8, there are four sections: section 1, section A, section B, section C, section D. In each section there are 100 students. Okay, so now if you want to create the table for this, so we'll create the student table. In that student table, we will create these 400 entries. Now 400 entries are in that table. Okay, Joseph. Now in that table, we will have columns. Like so we can identify this student belong to this section. Okay, so we can say there are 400 entries for section A, there are 100 entries for section B, now there are 100 entries for section C, there are 100 entries for section D, right? So now you can already see there are four groups, correct? You can already see with this analogy only, you can understand we have the four group in one table. So that's or so that's why we want to do the group by. So it means we want to combine these groups. So in right now in this group 400 elements are there, right? 100 students are section A, 100 students section B, 100 students section C, 100 students section D. Now if somebody asks you, give me the highest marks from section A, highest marks from section B, highest marks from section B, and highest marks from section D. अब तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा? What will you do? You have to combine all results, right? You have to find it out something from the sections A only and the highest mark, and you have to do the same for other sections also. So that's why how we will do that in the in this with the group by, we'll do the group by section. And then now as we are creating the four group, in similar way your SQL query will also create the four groups based on the section. And now based on the other column max one, we can find the max value. In this example, let's understand this example also. So here in the similar way we have the category column where we want to group by, because category column has three mobile phones, means three rows of mobile phones, two rows of laptop, one rows of television. So you can see now these are already three different groups. One is the mobile phone group, another is a telephone group, and another is a laptop group. अब हम उन्हें combine करना चाहते हैं. So that's why we use the group by, group by category. So group by group करो उनको उन categories की values पे. So that's what we have group by. So now after doing the group by of category, I also want to see all the names, all the product names which comes under that category. So what I did for that, I used the group concat. You can see for the group concat, because now I want everything in the group. So that's why group concat I used. I use the four values. You can see the Pixel 4a, Pixel 4, Samsung S7. These are three values which got group by based on the category mobile phone. Same goes for laptop, because there were two rows for laptop. So Dell and Lenovo got group concat. Same goes by price also. But see, price is a integer, so we can use some other methods also, like sum, average, max. These values we can use also here. Correct. So that's all about the group by and group concat, guys. Okay, so let's see. What is meant by structure? Group concat, delete without where condition is equal to truncate. Yes, that's what I understood, Hariharan. But I will check if there are other differences. So can you please post the entire SQL code for today on GitHub? Okay, so let's do that, guys. No problem. Very quickly, let me do that. So let's open the code. Let's open the folder. Our folder is backend cohort. Okay. So I think that okay, that day code I didn't push. Let me push it. Git add commit. Day 7. Okay, okay. It's a wrong structure. Okay, day 7. Let me push it. Hit push. Okay, now we can come back to master. Now we can create the new branch. I don't know, it's the day 8 or what is the day today? The day 8 of ours or what is that? 8, right? Yeah, day 8. Right. Let's create the new branch as a git code. Okay. Minute. NSB D8. Yeah. We have switched to new branch. Let's create one SQL file here. Query.sql. Query.sql. And let's keep this everything from here. Whatever we have written today. Okay. We have everything here. Correct. So this is our user table. This is the order table. This is product table. This is the insertion scenarios. This is that. Okay. I think we have. I have removed the alter one. Okay. Let's keep it here. The alter one also. Alter table, product, change, name, product name. Yeah. That was the query I remember. Next. That was one query I created. I remember I created one more for add column, right? Add column. Product. Okay, I missed the table name here. Product, add column, rating. It could be integer, right? Okay, so let me push this query very quickly. Push these changes. So get history, get add. So guys, this code will be available to you on branch 8 SQL query. Get. Yeah. Okay, I have pushed it. So, guys, what I will do, I will run, I will ask relevant team to have our next session in SQL only, so we can understand join little bit better, and then we can do the rest of queries, and then we can answer like some of your doubts, and like we can just try it out some more things in the SQL only. Is that good with you guys? Yeah, so that's what I will write it today. At the end of the session, I'm just going to write them that I need another session on the SQL only, so we can connect on next Wednesday. And in meanwhile, guys, I will tell you that go to that similar way and try to read this thing, MySQL Java to MySQL. So simply write MySQL. Um, then you will tutorials. Yeah, Java point one was better actually. Yeah, this URL. Try to like start reading from here about the things which it provides with the select query. Insert and creation, nothing new there. Just read what are the new things it provides with the select query. There are a lot of things it provides with the select query. Okay, so you have tomorrow's time. First practice whatever we done today, and then we will come back on the Wednesday and understand more about these things. So needs some understanding in post could delete in Express.js, taught in previous session, if possible. See, so very quickly I will tell you, Nilanjan. So post is for the creation of data. At that time we use the post methods. Put is very simple for the updation when we want to update any resource, and delete goes for when we want to delete. We can do everything in any of the method. We can do the similar thing what we are doing the delete in the post also, because 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 we do everything in the controller. A controller, it's always in our hand, so that's why we can do anything. But as a REST standard, as the HTTP standard, they suggest us to, or as a best practice also, they suggest us to follow these mechanism. When we want to create a new resource, keep the app.post, same other things, and app.put when you want to update, and app.delete when we want to delete. That's only the difference between these three. Okay. Okay. What was the error you were getting? His server was running. Are you was able to hit the get API? And no data in DB. We haven't used a DB, right? So, Nilanjan, so what we can do, we can connect later also. You can just ping me on the LinkedIn, what was the screenshot of error, and then I can look into that part. Okay. So I will just simply tell you, first try with the get API. If get API is working, and there could be, I think, some configuration is missing. That's why your post put and delete is not working. Have you configured properly the body parser? Okay, you have connected. That's also fine. Wednesday also we can quickly look into that. Otherwise, I think on you can also connect. You have already connected to me in LinkedIn. You can just simply share me there. I'll just see the screenshots. Okay. Oh, sure, Hariran. I will just accept it. I haven't checked in 1 or 2 days, so let me check it. Just within some office work also in parallel. So yeah, just check it. Okay, guys. I think we are already 8 minutes ahead. So yeah, very good night. Thanks, guys. I know this was very new for a lot of people. I think Suraj or Deepak was very confused in the starting, but I hope at the end it makes little bit sense. SQL queries need more. See, SQL queries only the select part, the DQL parts need more practice. All other things I am saying to you guys, it just it will fix part, but the query part it definitely needs more practice. Yeah, I think Deepak is still here. So yeah, Deepak, definitely. Uh, I think you have understood the reason why we are understanding this part. So now we need to do some more practice. And I'm saying to you, insert, delete, and uh, like uh, creation. These are very fixed things. Automatically, you can just see once, and you do not need to know. But the real mind uses only in the select part, because every time it changes, and there is no solution for that. You cannot find the solution in the Google. अगर सब क्योंकि अगर कोई जैसे कि तुम्हारे कंपनी में you got some work and they are saying that I want this to fetch in this way. So now in Google, nowhere you can find that solution. You have to think only. Then only you can write the query. So that's why select query is the little bit fun one, I would say. Yes, that's right. That's right, Nilanjan. And see, that's also not difficult. It just comes. So first, you have to understand what select supports. What are the things select supports? That's why I told you go to the MySQL tutorials and see what are the things we can do with the select. Like Max is there. Let me very quickly share my screen. You can see this website, right? This is the creation. The creation. Do not go there. This is all like creation tables and views. From here, see the queries start. So this is the first the queries part. I think it's still the select. Very simple queries are select only. This select happen, but you can come down and yeah, you can see these aggregate functions, count. These all are happening on the select only. You can see count is there, and where is there, distinct is there, from is there, order by is there, group by is there, having is there. See this, if is there, if null is there, null if is there, case is there, if statement is there. So these things, try to run these things, try to understand these things. Join, we will discuss about this. This also comes in the select only. If you see any join, every join will start from select only. Join simple means you want to join two tables. So we'll see that tomorrow, guys. So that's why I was just saying that start looking into that part. Can we use extension instead of Postman in VS Code? Instead of Postman in VS Code? Yes, I think, but I haven't checked the extension for like calling the APIs from VS Code. We are using Postman just for calling the APIs. Not sure if the VS Code has anything like that. The part which need to practice, yes. Sure, Aradhya. Let's share that on LinkedIn, and I will check. What is the extension name? Let me know in the here. Is it just the Postman directly? Thunder. Okay, I will just read about it, and then I will try to do some things from there. But yeah, Postman is also easy, right? As a developer, I didn't find any difficulty to. It just we need to install it. I think yeah, Thunder. I think we do not need to install any. If Thunder is also doing the same things, then I think we do not need to install Postman as a other software. In the VS Code, we can simply install the extensions. So yeah, that will definitely help you. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Aradhana. Group concat is followed by group name. Followed by group name. A group concat happen on the column. Oh, okay, yeah. So I was doing the as name, so I was just giving the column name there. Agar if we will write simply group concat and the column name in bracket, then when we will run this query, the column name will not come. So that's why I was saying group name, concat, as any column name you can give. After as anything you can give. But I was just concating the names, that's why I've given the names. Otherwise, you can give any name. Under client. Uh, okay, goodbye. Allies name. Yes, as is the allies name. As is the allies. You can give any name there. Hariharan was right. Yeah, group by happen on the columns only. Group by happen on the column only. Okay, guys. So let's end today call. We have already 15 minutes ahead. So I will talk to the relevant team and tell that I need one more session on the SQL. Okay. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Bye bye. Thanks. You guys like it. I will do some more things on the next class. Yeah. Bye bye.